Right. So hi guys, how are you doing? This is another on the road OTR a walk video. Okay? And today I wasn't planning to go out anywhere for a walk, and I don't get much or many chances to be having a nice walk these days because I'm so busy. Either with stuff I don't want to be busy with, or stuff that I do want to be doing, and also resting, you know. So it's always, I'm always busy doing stuff. Excuse me with the focus there. I'm always busy, you know, in one way or another. I'm always busy doing stuff that I don't want to be doing. You know what it's like. You've got to do it to survive. And then, or in my life, when I'm at home, I'm just exercising or sleeping, eating and all the rest of it, or doing whatever else. Might do shopping now and again, but the thing is, like, I don't go out much. I mean, I've been out to see a couple of films in the cinema that a month or two ago, that is now, you know, I saw two. But as I say, you know, my free time is also busy time, because I'm either recharging my energy in one way, as I said, by exercising, with my martial arts exercising and that, training, or sleeping, of course, and then you're going to eat as well, obviously, and crap and all the rest of it. And then my main thing, which is my passion and my creation. Obviously, spending time with my wonderful wife as well, which is also my passion. But I'm saying my stuff I care about, my creative passions, which are art and animation, you know, filmmaking, editing, videos, you know what I mean, writing, you know, making music, doing digital art and animation as well. Sorry about the wind here. You know, a bit of writing as well, obviously. It's a bit windy here, sorry. You know, but it's really nice to get out and have a walk. In fact, we're not too far from the sea either, so it'd be nice to actually get by the sea and have a walk. It's funny because there's sea, and this city is actually near the sea anyway, but in another city where I was before, so that's close to the sea as well. But this car, I'm going to pass a car here, with a fancy car. Look at that. A fancy one, yeah. Not mine. Might be a transformer. It's a joke. But yeah, sorry about the camera angles, sorry about the wind, as I say. In this one, I thought in today's video, today's walk video, I'm just going to have a little walk. I do apologise for any you know, sound like wind and stuff, but yeah, hopefully you're just going to enjoy some of the scenery together with me as we walk. You know, you'll see when got the focus here too, the exposure. Sometimes it goes a bit bright, more dark. I have to keep working with that. But I want to find some like different areas, because I'm still new in this city, really. I've not actually explored enough. This road I'm taking here is one of the roads on the crossroads that I've never been down to my, or on foot, or to my knowledge or recognition at all. This down here looks like there's a park or something down here. I don't really want to be walking in the burning sun. I really don't. And it's hard to see, especially with this focus, auto exposure focus here. I'm walking beside a little river here by a bridge. Can you see that? There's a bridge there, and there's flat housing apartments all around me. I want to walk down here. There's a guy looking at me there, somebody watching me. But I'm used to that. It's been 18 years of it, you know. It's just a public toilet, so I'm not going to film anyone having a crap or anything. Of course, you know. I'm just going to walk down here, have a walk. Have a little walk. I think that guy works in the toilet, probably. I mean, everybody works hard in the toilet. Sometimes it can be quick and that. Sometimes it can be, you know, well, hopefully not a handful, but you know what I mean. I'm saying that guy there, I think he's what you call the toilet guard / cleaner, watcher, the toilet supervisor, who knows. Now I can smell burning as we walk down here, but I wanted to just get out and have a little walk, you know. Now, if you know me in the past, well, a lot of footage has been lost out on over the years too, but if you know me, I love getting out and have a walk, and I'm always usually filming myself walking and talking on the go. I go really fairly deep, as you know, with my martial arts philosophy and all that, and the Tao, and I'm talking about how I feel about life and truth and reality and nature. But sometimes it's nice to just have a little explore, you know. So I thought in this video we'll have a little explore in the shady bits if we can. And you can see down here, look, it's a little park area with some swings. Not too many things in it. Apparatus which you can use for martial arts training as well. You really can use anything for training. You tripped over that step there. And there is the big pipes there. They look like the kind of big pipe. Is that big pipe over there? You see that big pipe over there, y'all? That pipe over there reminds me of the one that the guy got sucked into by Pennywise in the original It movie, based on the Stephen King novel. Yeah, if you've never seen the 90s version, you have to see it, the 90s original It. That's my favourite one. The clown in that, played by Tim Curry, was just so, his acting was amazing. It was the way the clown looked as well, looked more like scary, I think, because it wasn't meant to be scary. It was just like a funny clown, you know, normal clown. Anyway, let's check this place out. So, people looking through the windows at me, maybe, who knows, unless they're sleeping still. Now, you know what? There's a toilet there. I wouldn't mind actually going into that toilet, but these, as I say, these actual things here, these are not really meant for hanging people. I just let you know, okay, this is not some kind of contraption where you just hang people up with chains. It's not like that. It's like someone comes up here and they get trapped, their foot gets trapped in or their neck gets trapped in. It's not like that kind of thing, right? But you could do some stuff with this. You know, you could even hold on them bars and do some pull-ups. It's all about imagination, see? You could do handstands. Not that I'll be doing them, and put your feet up, you know, on something. I could put either one on my, I'm not going to do it now, but I could put my feet, one on here and one on there, and do some push-ups here. Elevated, put my hands on the ground, you know, got a pair of old like gardening gloves or something like that, so you can do that. You could put your feet up high, like use this like a wall and try and do handstands or something on it. Same for any of these bars you could use for like elevated, or well, you could incline or decline push-ups. All these twisting different things and exercise things you can use here, you know, just for exercising your legs on, as I say. But right now I'm feeling like I need to exercise my bowels, man, my bowels. Now, I feel like I need a crap. I might go in that toilet and have a crap. The thing is, you get these toilets, you know, where they sometimes charge you. It pisses me off. Nice places to sit around here, not too far from where I live too. The only thing is I wouldn't be coming around here usually. The only reason, it's what I'm saying, the only times I'm usually going out for a walk and stuff these days, or explore, is when, unless I'm going with my wife and stuff, like going somewhere, going to see a movie in the cinema, or going somewhere, you know, or shopping. But for the most part, I'm so busy in my busy time, and then in my free time with my stuff, like I said, too. So, you know, busy all through the week, and then when I get bits of free time, I'm not really going for walks. I just go straight home and relax, you know. Take it, or just go home and do my own thing. Little river to the side of me, as you see. I like these quiet areas where there's no people around us. Oh, I've just seen something down here. Now, I want to mention and remind people that I don't know this place. This might lead down to a bigger park. It might just lead down further down there. But I'm looking down there and I can kind of see a little, if I walk on the grass for a minute without rolling down into the hill, into the water, you can see the birds there. Is it a crane? You can see that water there, that little, what do you call those? Those little dam? Not dams. What do you, not dams, what do they call? You know when the water like just goes down like that? But yeah, I like these little park areas and natural little walk areas. Now I should be at home. I should be really going home. The time is, I want to say morning, but it's actually afternoon. It's probably about 1:30, coming up to about 1:20, maybe 1:30. Now I thought today was another day where I had to go into a certain place that I don't want to be going. You know what it's like. You know, throughout the week, people trying to put some food on the table. I thought that's what it was going to be. However, no. Apparently I wasn't going in today. It was my mistake. So I should have been there from Wednesday to Sunday, they're saying. Now look at that. That to me is really relaxing with the water. It's soothing to watch. I love watching things like that. There's another crazy thing, like you could probably walk on that. You might slip over, but you could walk on that and walk across. I'm not going to be doing it, but you know. These are naturally man-made things, obviously. I don't know if there's a little bridge. There must be a bridge or something down there, I'm thinking, where you can probably cross. My plan was to just go for a little walk anyway. See, it's in places like this. And the weather's not too bad. It's a bit of a breeze. It's nice. It's still hot, but like, if you're not in the sun, it's like, you know, this is the kind of place I'd like to be, like doing some secret training, like coming out here. I say secret because I mean out of the way of people, not too much interruptions. Now just around here, quiet, find a place, do some training, some stretching, some martial arts. This is the kind of place that you will know that I train in. You watch my past videos and stuff, and my working out stuff, and my walk videos and talking, but also my martial arts training. You've got T Shads leading the way, Tommy Shadow there, yeah, my ninja companion. But you know, as I'm walking down here, look, so you got things like this. You can do elevated or decline push-ups off of that. And incline, decline. Incline push-ups is when you put the hands up on something elevated. Declines when you put your feet up on something elevated and your hands are on the floor. Inclines with your feet on the floor. Declines with your hands on the floor. You know, but you have push-ups, you know. You can do other things too, like the what do they call those? Dips. But I'm not going to do it now because I've just had a shower and I've just done my workout at home. I just finished my martial arts workout. It's quite noisy down here. There's another bridge down here too, and I don't want to go too far and end up going somewhere I don't know where I'm going, kind of thing, you know. But again, a bit extra, and a little bit of an extra walk, you know. And I thought I'd walk and talk, and I thank you for joining me. I really, really do, you know. It's nice that you'd come and watch. Bit noisy down here though. There's more of those pipes there. Look. Some definitely got some interesting locations. I could go over there and film that and make it part of a movie or something. There's some steps leading up to it. Just don't want it to explode and some gunge monster come out or something, some bright green, purple Power Rangers Ghostbuster creature come out of it or something, you know. Imagination, imagination. You got people over there cutting the grass and hopefully not sawing down trees, but there's somebody there on this side. I don't really want to go all the way down because there's people up here and I want to go back and go a different way anyway. But we'll just walk along a bit longer, we'll see what we're going to see, as I say. Get a bit of a walk, you know. And you do see it, as I say, you will see, of course. As long as you're going to get people out and about, you're going to see some people walking up and down here, you know. Certain areas. There's some like cable thing down there. The what do they call those pylons? Pylons. Just come back to me. All right, Dems, leave you watching. My friend's got an idea for a horror story, a horror book, short book or something. There's another toilet there. Could I pop in and have a crap? There's some cranes over here. Not the birds, which the martial arts system and the kung fu is based off of. You know. I can see a Toyota kind of building there. I can see the crane, red crane. There's another pylon with these electric, what do they call it, power towers up there, electric towers. Yeah, see, going up here might not be the best thing because we're coming down towards which looks like a building site of some kind. I'm guessing if I was to go along here and then circle it around, there's a bridge, see a couple of bridges along here. I may be able to go onto the mainland, the main ground and like turn around, you know, and go and loop it around. Yeah, because I'm looking over there now and I'm seeing other buildings as well. But as I say, I'm not 100% sure what they are, but some of these buildings I think I've seen before. Yeah. You see a Mackie D's or a KFC, you're all right. Okay. So I'm just going to walk down here for a bit. It's quite a long walk. It's quite a long way we've walked from here down there. So we'll walk back in a moment, get talking about some topics. Got water. Here you got people working, look, digging up the weeds. Would you like a job like that? Would you like a job? Can you see these people over there on the other side of the water? There's a bridge here, walkway bridge. footbridge, what do we call it? Walkway bridge. Footbridge, got another bridge over there, down here with the cars on as well. Quite a few bridges and different things. Windy bridge out. You could train martial arts anywhere. You could train on a bridge like that, on a quiet path, staircase. I've trained martial arts everywhere. I've trained, I really have. I've trained in hotel rooms. I've trained in university campuses all over, indoors, outdoors, inside classrooms, staircases, hallways, you name it. Even the tiny public toilets on those long distance trains, you name it, I've trained everywhere. Under this bridge, look at this bridge under here, look. Looks kind of creepy, kind of It vibes again. Right over there, little sort of overgrowth, let's see. Yeah. Some places look familiar to what I've seen before. I do not want to get lost. That's one thing I don't want to do. But the thing is, I shouldn't really, as I say in that, yeah, I should be at home, you know, really, because as I say, I should be at home because I finished my stuff, you know. I shouldn't have even been out today, but it's like the fact that they said I made a mistake. Well, it wasn't my mistake. They didn't even tell me. They did not even tell me, the suckers. You know. But that was that. Now I know for a fact if I was to go straight down here and remember this bridge and I remember this part, I won't get lost. You know, I'll come back here if I need to. But if I go down there and turn right, I'm going to be able to go all the way down and go past and back. Should be. Let me think in my mind if that's right. Should be right, right? So if I'm coming from that direction, see, and I turned right, didn't I? I turned right to get here, see, and I come down from a road that was going from that direction. Yeah, if I go straight down here, sorry about the focus there, I should be able to, can you see me? Hold on. I know it's the focus, sorry guys. I should be able to go and turn right and be able to get down, you know, get back down to where I was going. There's other bridges down there and stuff. I'd like to explore down there. There's another bridge. There's over bridge with cars going over it and different bridges all around. It's quite interesting. Another thing I like to see is, you know, when you see those like flyovers, whatever you call them, you know, the motorways and stuff with all the bridges, and some places you see all these twisty bridges and that, you know, with all the cars going over them. I like all that. Get them. Look at the twisty bridges, like they're like flipping spaghetti noodles, they're all over the place, you know. I like those. You've got the underpasses, bridges going over and under each other and twisting around like a maze of, you know what I mean? Like the motorway, the overpass long bridges and that. Yeah, I like all those. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know where I am, more or less. If I go this way, if I go down that way, as I said, if I go down there, if I go down there, I'm going to go over the other side. I don't know what's down there or there. But if I go this way, right, mate, I know I can turn right and go down there because I know where I am, more or less. If I was to go straight down there, I think there's other schools and that. All that, yeah, got the thingy, what's it called, yeah? Got the McDonald's and that down there. The shops. So I'm just having a little walk, it doesn't matter. Taking it easy. Traffic cones, renter bikes. Yeah, Toyota thing, as I said. Petrol station, gas station, whatever you want to call it, over there. So, but yeah, it's good to get some exercise and just go for a walk, you know. Get out and you know, get some fresh air. And I'm just taking the opportunity to like go for a walk and make a video and talk on camera as we're walking and exploring. I made one fairly recently. Another one. Talking about health and that, you know, with the Kung Fu essence and that, taking care of yourself and that with the health, working out. Similar kind of thing really, but in this one I'm trying to go for a different kind of topic, just like exploring and just like walking and chatting. So I more or less know where I'm going. But you know, you might say it's a waste of my free time. Well, that's a rest day sort of thing, but yes and no. I mean, no, because you know, I've just done a workout, I've come out of the house and get a bit of a walk, a bit of some fresh air, you know, I don't go anywhere most of the time anyway. Net mesh fences, stuff, you know. We're going to go this way anyway. Person watching me. Get some strange behaviour you get from people, you know. They're watching me now. Look. Wonder what he's thinking. Strange, you get these weird people. These weird, strange people out and about. They find you they find you interesting. Yeah, you can see I'm going the right way because you can see the damn, what's it? You see the tram going across there, the tram which goes along that road anyway. So we will not be going on the tram today, we will not be going by the sea today. One thing we don't have to do is we don't have to loop this all the way around again. Neither do I. I could go back that way and just go back where I was coming from and go back down there. It's quite a long way. It's a long walk really, but it's like, you know, I could just go a different way, but the idea is just to go for a little walk today and explore. You know, that's the main thing about it. Probably look like a tourist. Now I think this is actually the main road anyway. Here, unless I'm getting confused, should be. Look at that building over there. Got a big power. Looks like what do you call it? Got the big what do you call it? Big chimneys there. See. Looks like one of them big, what do you call it, power stations, what do you call it, factory thingies. So we could go down that way, have a little walk. I'm thinking what way to go really. I've been down that way before. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm thinking it's the best way to go. I'm thinking really I'm going to cross this to the middle there, and I'm going to go to the left and go for a little tiny walk more further down there, and then we'll turn back and go back probably. Got some weird traffic going on here. Look, weird, strange traffic sort of roads. Kind of where does this corner start and where does it end, kind of thing. You know what I mean? You know, get that. See where it ends. Where does it end and where does it begin? Because another thing, there's like no traffic. Well, there are traffic lights, but it's like, okay, weird positioning. Here the tram lines, you can see the tram lines along here, see? The tram lines coming along here, see? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down that way. Got people beeping, that's it. People beeping. It's their fucking brain, mate. I'll tell you, they're like, you know, they're sleeping in a dream world to wake up. You know what I mean? If you're not sleeping, are you dead? That's my question. Are you dead? You know what I mean? If you're not asleep, if you're not dreaming, no. If you're not dreaming, you must be dead. You know what I mean? If you're not dreaming, you must be dead. You know what I mean? But the thing is, they're walking, so they're the walking dead, living dead. Usually a dead person will lay down, right? These people walking like slowly, but you know what I mean? They're just like, they're driving as well. They're flying your planes. They're whatever they're doing, you know what I mean? They're running your countries. They're running your world, your government. They're selling your crap. You're buying it. They're mocking you and judging you, you know, and they're still able to. They've still got bad habits and addictions. You get a lot of people who are really twisted, you know. So I'm going to go down this way. We know it's one straight road at least. Going to go back that way. Right? So I think I have been down there, probably down this road. It might have been in the other direction actually. But okay, we've got some staircases there. Some of these places remind me of movies. Yeah, again, you've got more of these pipes and stuff going on around here and stuff. Look, with pipes and stuff. You've got so many pipes. I'm wondering if Super Mario's around here. All these pipes, look. Dun, 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 dun. It looks like film material, you know. I mean, it really looks like a film. Like some of these locations. I don't know what this is. Some power plant, power tower station thing with like these chimneys and you hear sounds here. You know, I'm really sorry about the focus, the exposure on this. I really am. It goes up the brightness, auto exposure and stuff. Be careful, do not walk in a load of water. these nice new shoes on as well, but jump over. But yeah, I'm feeling alright, you know. Could be worse. Look at this scenery up here, look, can you see this? Super Mario pipes. I wonder why the pipes go so high like that too. See the pipes? See that? I wonder why the pipes go so high like that. Look at these views, look man. See that, look, see? I wonder why they go so high like that. Imagine that big tower if you could get up there, look. Wow, man. It's like the cover of one of my music albums or something. Or some artwork. I don't think it was created by them AI. It's created by people with their AI. So what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Like what created what? Did you know, people create artificial intelligence, or that create the people? You know, artificial intelligence create people. T-shares don't know, yeah. So we shadow, but yeah. So I'm walking in the shade a bit, having a little walk, like, you know what I mean, like. I've passed a couple of public toilets and not had a poo yet. I'm walking full of crap. Electric boxes here, electric wires there, all open. It's quite dangerous, isn't it? You know, you do not want to get your foot wrapped up, caught in that. Next thing you know, you're pulling yourself out of an electrocution. Probably just the cars will just drive by and leave you there. You know what I mean? That's the sad fact of the matter. You know, probably complain that you're like blocking the path or something where there's nobody walking. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, can't see clearly on here, sorry, because of the screen being reflected off the sun reflecting off the screen. It's a very long road, this like wide, long road. Look at that woman. There's a lady there with nice legs. So she's walking down here. Wow. You're gonna go, you know what I mean? Wow, just look at it, imagine that. Fucking hell, imagine that. Look. No, see that? 4, yeah? 4. There's a woman there with nice legs on the bike. But I'm not a pervert, I'm just like a man. I'm naturally noticing things, you know what I mean? A normal man. I'm a married man, as I say. I've got a gorgeous wife and I'm not looking for street hookers. How many trees they got on here? Look, more trees than most roads. I don't know why I turned this way really. Just down this road. There's nothing much down here, is there? What on that building is over there, that white looking building, looks kind of interesting. Whenever you see buildings that look slightly different in this level of you know, the back rooms, so to speak. There's the tram going by, look. Colourful trams, they've got a lot of colour on them. I wonder why they do that, to stop people graffitiing on them. You don't see that anyway usually, but I'm saying, but you know. But when you see like buildings and structures that look different, you know, yeah, no, they just stand out here, because most of the stuff's like more or less the same. In certain places, in certain levels, because that's what it is, the level's supposed to be like that, you know. Some levels never end. You know what I mean? Some levels never end, do they? They don't end, no? The back rooms. This is this is the back room. Yeah. Anyway, have a nice walk today. Get some exercise, yeah, because I'm not always at home. So in my free time, I'm usually always at home, you know. But I'm trying to get out, have a little walk today. I mean, I will be going home. I've got a lot of things to do at home. My animation, my creative works. But, you know, I'm just saying, like, to get out and have a walk. So going straight down that road behind me will lead me back to where I was going, where I've come from. I'm going to walk down here. A bit too far, I think. We'll see. See, if I go down there, that's another road down there, see? There's that pylon again I was saying about. See that? So I can't see this bit. Stop. Can you see that pylon there? The electric power power tower, electric tower. Reminding me of my good friend DZ. And over there, you've got more cranes over there. As I say, we're going to go down here. I'm going to walk past some people with their car. Walk past these vehicles really quickly, actually. Walk past these, shit, man. Just hit my fucking, just brushed my leg on a car there. I'm okay. But yeah, got these bridges. There's some trees up here. That looks a bit like a park sort of area up here. Like a rough, that might lead up to a park area up there. You see nothing but trees up there. Might, yeah, you see steps going down the other side. It might be leading down to a park area. Might be. There's some signs, you know, see this, look. We can have a little look up here and explore. Look at this bridge here, look, wow. It's a big bridge here, I like these bridges. You can run up and down that. What you could do is you go up that and run up and down that and train your legs exercising, you know, or different kind of exercises on that. Walk up, squatting. Yeah. But let's go up here and have a look carefully. Carefully. The last thing I want to be is be eaten by homeless cannibals that look like dwarf unknown trolls. Up here there's nothing much, it seems a bit muddy. Exploring. Look, over there you could do some secret training, some martial arts training. I could literally go over here. There's some cars around and stuff and people clearing up. You could come along here and do some training, exercise wise. There's another pylon up there, electric thing, tower, and some other areas around there. So you come around here and do some exercise. You know, it's a bit messy and dirty around here. There's an old glove there, old sticks as well. Are you liking the adventure, guys? Out and about on the path, on the stroll. Good Richard, how you doing? Richard Clark. We're going to go down here now and walk further down. I don't like to stay in one place if there's like people around. You know what I mean? Kind of annoying. So I would say, like, I don't like to be in certain places when you see, you know, the chance of people coming up to you and I don't know, just getting in your face, asking you what you're doing and stuff. Now these bridges are split in two. You've got another thing that goes in my mind, through my mind, is the structure of things, like buildings, like how strong they are. That one's still being built. Some of these buildings are not being finished yet, being built. You know. And you wonder, all those power lines are going to all the different buildings, you know, look, sorry you can't see that clearly. These power lines going across to the different buildings. But it's like, you know, like the bridges, like that bridge behind me. It's like, you know, you think, what if they just collapsed? Because sometimes you get bridges that do collapse. Imagine if you was not only on that, but if you was under that, like walking like I was, and the thing just crushed you, you know. It would happen so fast probably too, you know. But like, look at some of these buildings. They're like frames of buildings. I hope they're not, I hope they're strong, put it that way. I'm not going to say too much else. So we're here on the road. OTR. And yeah, this is one long straight road basically. So having a nice walk today. I'm going to go home soon. And explain to family that I've been for a walk because I didn't need to be there, you know, and all that. But yeah, I'm gonna have a wonderful day and make my day today. Is what I'm gonna do. You gotta make the most of your life, your wonderful life. If you got one, I mean, you gotta make the most of your life. It's funny when you see people out and about and they look so. You wonder if it's someone you know or they look so similar to someone you did know before. Or, you know, yeah. So let's walk and talk. Kind of silly my walk and talk today, isn't it? I'm not talking about much, neither am I going anywhere, but I'm having a walk. I'm trying to share the moment and experience. You see a lot of videos online with people going on walks and stuff as well, you know. Sorry for the close-up angles of my face there. I want to see more of the scenery, right? And something around, but it's like, you're never going to see me the whole time either, but you know, when you do see me, you don't want me all so close up. I say, silly, but you see videos online of people filming like different routes and walking around, you know, in different places. And they've got those nice smooth camera, like steady, what do you call it? You know, tripod things they carry around, you know, and they work really well. I don't have one. I'm just trying to show you the realist, you know. Trying to show you the realist with my feelings. I'm not going to start going into freestyle rap mode. They got cameras there, look, watching surveillance cameras. Got cameras here for the cars, see, watching the speed cameras. You've got those alarms. They take photos and you see the flashes. There's flashes on the road going now, so you can see it day and night. Think about how powerful they must be, those flashes. Maybe give someone an epileptic fit on the road. Not funny, yeah. When someone starts it might make someone blink for a second and then they just crash at a slow speed. Okay. Now be careful you don't walk in crap. There's a lot of building sites around. And there's people working on them, as I say, building sites like this, see? Working on building sites, working hard, see? Yeah. The building sites. People working on building sites all around. That's their life, you know. Wow. And people that go up high on the buildings and, like, you know, wash windows or work up high on big structures and stuff like that. It's quite dangerous, tiring work. Those big buildings there look like car parks. They look like there's like shells of buildings. It always reminds me of like the old 80s and 90s movies, and like, you know, 80s per se, mostly like Rumble in the Bronx, one of my favourite ever Jackie Chan films. And he's in that car park and he's climbing up the side of the damn thing, you know, he's fighting in there, and it's just awesome. Fighting in the car park, and he climbs up the side of the wall. Yeah, it's just incredible, it really, really is. But as I say, it doesn't seem like there's much down this way, as I say. It seems like it gets boring down there, more or less. So I'm going to go back and get to my stuff soon. My other stuff, as I say. So they're saying that this road here, well, that's the name of the road, I'm not going to get into it, but I'm seeing a forklift truck. It's the tram again. I guess you forget your direction. It's not a very colourful, wonderful one, that one, but you know. This here is a forklift truck. Reminds me of my favourite game, Shenmue, which I'm playing on my other channel. If you want to check out my other channel, Shenmue with Richard, you'll see me playing the game again in all of its glory. And it reminds me of that, because in that you get a job. One of your jobs is Ryo Hazuki has to drive a forklift truck and carry big crates. And that's quite a fun part of the game. I mean, it used to seem like a bit repetitive, but it was fun still, and it's like, it is a good part of the game. The first Shenmue, that is. I love Shenmue 1 and 2. Shenmue was just awesome. And as I say, my good friend, if you're watching, good friends, my friend DZ Demsley, he, as I say, also oh my god, he also, look at those gorgeous legs. Oh, those legs on that woman there are so attractive. Sorry, I'm just say it. Oh my god, I'm a married man, I've got a gorgeous wife. I'm not a pervert, but I'm a red-blooded, normal, heterosexual male, you know, normal, real. When I see gorgeous women, I know. Bodies like that on display, wow. You always got to wonder, are they hoes? Now, she wasn't, I mean, if she was wearing lingerie, it makes you wonder. But she's just wearing that normal, you know, clothes. Now my shoes are kind of fucked up. The rubber on my shoe, look at that, the rubber on my shoe is coming off. God damn it. So we just stick it on. That is literally coming off. That's incredible. That needs to be stuck on with like super glue or something. You see that? Look at it, it's coming off. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how we go. Here's the Baywatch vehicle coming. The yellow Baywatch, the tow truck version. The dry land version, boring version. The ghetto, what do you call it? The ghetto rough version. But no, I'm just saying, when you see a nice woman walking, like, riding a stallion with nice legs, whew, yeah, it makes a man feel nice and painful at the same time. But let's get back to what I'm saying without all the jokes. Let's get back to real life, because that's just nature and normality. Men and women are attracted to one another. You know, we know what we love. So I suggest all men out there, all the guys, all the men, it's my suggestion, my opinion, you know, definitely find that right one, find that right woman, the right girl in your life, you know, and give her all your love and care. And the same for the women, you know, because find your right partner, you know, the right one, and be with them, the right man, you know, right guy, you know what I mean, and make the most of your life, you know. You know, that's what it really means, to share that wonder, you know, share that love, you know. So I'm walking down here now, going down this way now. This place reminds me of another place. It's quite similar to another place I've been to before. This place, yeah, it really does remind me of another place that I've been to before around here. You know. But yeah, I'm just saying, don't go around like a rabid dog, you know what I'm saying? Don't go around selling yourself to everybody in society. In all ways. I mean, a lot of people, they do it, they sell themselves in society in general. Got coaches here behind me, see? Coaches, long distance trip coaches. If you like to go on a trip, don't take drugs. The shops along here, walkways. I like these little areas like this. Look, I like little areas like that. I don't know why. Areas like that on a sunny day like this in the shade. There are urban openings and you walk through one little area and you go to another area. It just fascinates me. Then you got little vehicles like that, selling his food or whatever he's selling. It's just interesting. Is that another park over there? I saw something over there. It looked like some kind of football or basketball yard or something. Place down there called Blues Tanning something. People want to go and get themselves a tan. I don't know what goes through people's minds, whatever you want. Some people are looking for a lunch. What's that saying there? A different building. A few grey clouds up in the sky. You're going to get lost in the shapes of the clouds, as I say, especially if you've got an artistic mind, looking at the shapes you find in the clouds. And all of a sudden, you end up tripping over a you know, stone or something. You know what I mean? As I say, you know, real life. I wish everybody happiness. I wish you happiness, you know what I'm saying? I wish everybody happiness, because you're going to die one day, you know what I mean? You're going to die one day. That's the truth. That guy looking at me there, he knows what I'm saying. That's it. That guy, I wish him happiness, you know what I mean? That guy's looking at me, there's a guy there just looking at me right there, there's a guy there just looked at me, you heard what I was saying. You gonna die one day, man. You gonna get your punk ass. I said, you're gonna die one day. I said, I wish you happiness. I wish you life one day. I wish you life more days. You know what I'm saying? So I'm walking down here. Yeah, we got the building. We got the billy. We get the billy. So I'm walking down here. I'm walking up here. My shadow nowhere. T-Shads the man. Tommy Shadow. Please give me a thumbs up and a subscribe and all that good stuff. Hit the bell for the notifications. Hit that top black one as well, you know, or the one which says all notifications, and you'll never miss anything that way, you know. I won't miss anything. I won't miss the opportunity to share this experience with other people, hopefully inspire people. Even if you don't like this video, no, I won't say like share what you don't like, but I mean like, you share it, share someone else's story, you might, you know what I mean? Share this with people. Hopefully, you know, we can all get connected and learn from each other. Now my shoes, this rubber hanging off, man. I got rubber hanging up my soul. Rubber hanging up my soul. I ain't hanging it up though. Yeah. We're on the street, you know what I'm saying? We're on the streets. We out here. We living out here, but we ain't sleeping out here, trust. And if you are, that's what my heart and gut soul goes out to. Big open spaces like this. You know, I don't know. I thought I passed a school back there, I'm not too sure, but this over here, I don't know what this is. It's a big open, that's a big enough space for training. You don't want to be working out in this burning hot sun in the burning, so you want to go in the shade. Luckily they've got some shade as well. So I got up here, if I got up here, you know, you could just find a place like this. You could just literally find a place like this, nobody's business. Stand over there. If it's not a car park, we're in someone's space. There's no car there, so I've been done. So you could be standing here and working out in the shade or over there. All it is 15 minutes. Let's imagine if you worked in that building over there, because I've done it, or if you work nearby, you could just literally be around in a place like this, or over there, do a bit of stretching on a break time or on the way. If you're early, go there, do some stretching, get yourself in shape, you know. I love to work out outside when you've got more space and fresh air, I really do. The only problem is like, you know, the only problem with that is like, you know, the freaking, as I say, it's like, the only problem with it is finding a chance to be doing that, because most of the time I work out at home when I'm working out usually. I've got this rubber hanging off my foot there, rubber hanging off my shoe there, god damn. Rubber hanging off my soul, rubber hanging off my soul, god damn. Down this way, there's a coffee place down there. So I'm not really a coffee fanatic. I have a little bit at home, it's normal, like plain simple coffee, sugar and milk in it, yeah, but nothing fancy like these cappuccinos and stuff. I don't go outside having them and that. I don't live off it either. Like, a lot of people like their coffee. I like my tea mostly. But it's like, recently I've been drinking a lot more at home. I've been having coffee more regularly. So I'm going to cross this road, we're going to go a bit more further down. It's amazing how the roads go on and on and on, like the urban areas, how people build up their towns and cities. When you think about it, it just blows my mind. The roads, the train lines, all that, the train line, the bridges, the building. It just blows my mind, you know, because this could all be just open land, you know. It could just literally be land, you know, dust and hills and mountains and, you know, and nothing, just grassland. I mean, it could be. And nature's the power, you know, it really is. Under the sky, under the sun and the clouds, you know. But it's like, the way that we can build this, you know, our civilization and do this for ourselves, human beings, what other animal species can do that, you know? Within that cushy comfort, the way we do as such, and the terrible stuff, the good and the bad we bring with ourselves. I'm just saying, you know, to me, like, so, but it's like, the point is, you can hear the point I'm trying to say is, like, it's just amazing how they do that. It really is incredible how they do it, no? I think it is. What do you mean? So I'm just saying how it just goes on. He's walking and it just goes on and on and on. It doesn't stop. I mean, it just doesn't stop. It goes on and it just does not stop, you know? It's seemingly, you know what I mean? Like, it just goes on, and you think, like, you're going further down, you go from one city or town into another. It goes on, fair enough, there's blockages and things you can't get by, you know. We put up for ourselves walls and barriers, but you know what I mean, it goes on and on and on. You go from one city or town to the next, and you go to the next, to the next. There's like a park on the other side of the road, I'm not too sure, something over there we can have a little look at. But I'm just saying, and it's just incredible when you think about it, you know, how that happens. So like, and it go, if you just keep going, you get to the ocean, but it goes around, and it's this ball, this sphere, supposedly, you know, the Earth. You just go on and on and on, and you go around. It's just really, it's amazing, isn't it? It really is. I know I'm talking rubbish, I know, but it is amazing, you know. I think it's interesting. Yeah. So we're going to go this way. I was going to go over there, but look, but I'm not going to bother. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go down this way, and then we're going to walk back. Okay. I had a good walk today, a long walk today. And again, we can remember that. It's good exercise too, isn't it? It really is, you know. The body and mind, you know. One mind, one body, to take care of your health. I'm saying it now, I'm 41 years old, nearly 41, yeah? There's people that are 20, 25, they do no exercise. You know what I'm saying? There's people that, maybe it's you. you don't even go for a walk, let alone any other exercise, you know. But I'm telling you now. And then you see older people, older than me. I'm saying people that are older, you know, like there's people that are like much older, and you see them, they start to do a little bit of exercise. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But you don't know what I mean, man. No. I'm saying, but I'm 41. I've always been doing exercise. My kung fu and my wushu, you know, since I was young. My martial arts in general. Started with karate and kickboxing, and I moved on to different kung fu systems, and then some wushu. You know, and it's always helped me. And then working with the different workouts I've seen different people do, and then doing my own basic exercise and stuff, what fits me and suits me right, you know. So I've always done that to help myself. And it's not a case of wanting to do it. Like when I was young, when I was really young, when I was younger, I'm saying, I didn't want to do any exercise, you know, I didn't want to do any exercise at all. And then later, as I went more and more through the martial arts, I started training when I was 12 years old. And I've been training until now, like, you know. But I'm saying, even when I was doing it, even when I was doing the martial arts training, and got into it more and more over the years, even then, even till now, like it feels good. Like when you're doing, you feel better, and there's times when you're doing a good workout and you feel good, or you're determined and stuff. But a lot of times it's a hassle on top of the other stuff in your life you've got to go through, and it gets harder as you're getting older. And if you're busy as well, and it depends what's going on in your life at the time too. And a lot of times working out it's boring. You don't want to do it. You know, I love my martial arts, but you just don't want to work out. But the thing is, you have to do it. And if you don't do it, not only do you get worse at your ability anyway in whatever, like me, so martial arts, right? But I'm saying in life also, your body, you just feel so bad, like you just feel so stiff, and your mind and your body, you need active mind, active body, and you have to balance it and get enough rest and sleep, of course, also. You have to do that. But it's a 24-hour thing. It's what you're doing for yourself to help yourself. Of course, the external body and then the internal, you have your good breathing. When you're eating and drinking, you've got to watch as well. You know, but it's one body. You don't have any bad injuries either, and hurt yourself, because that will mess you up as well, bad and serious. And also even injuries in working out. You've got to be even a small thing, and it could be a small thing, but you might think it is, but it could affect your whole life. It's actually a big thing. You know? So exercise is really important. So I've done a good workout this morning. Like if I wasn't fit in general, if I wasn't doing that basic stretching and fit to a degree in martial arts and that, I wouldn't be able to go on walks like this and still be able to do it. At least to like this. Walking half this distance would exhaust so many people, especially if they're big built as well, you know, kind of thing. Like, or up and down steps and stuff, or just going to different parks, or up and down the mountain, like hills you might find in these little parks. When I say mountain, you know, well, they just couldn't do it. Whereas with me, I do it and I enjoy it. You can sit there and have a rest. What is this though? You know, but like, if you're doing it all the time, if you're doing it regularly, training, you just feel good in yourself. You feel more strong, more healthy, strong in your power. When I say strong, I don't mean strong compared to other people or whatever to that. But in yourself, cement mixer, and then you got that. That's an army training barracks. I don't know what that is. Their school or what? I ain't got a clue. But yeah, I'm just saying, right? So what it is like, what it is, okay, is you've got to exercise your mind and body, open up different channels, and then work with them, you know, and then work with the different channels, and then open them up, find different openings. If you know what I'm saying, you'll know. And it's like the idea leads you down a path, but the path leads you to ideas. And when I say that, the path of the body leads you to the doorway to the mind. The pathway of the mind or the body, or both, can lead you to everything and nothing. It can be either everything or nothing sometimes too, for both sides, what I'm going to say. But it's like it can lead you to the doorway or the path of the mind. The path leads to the doorway, you see, and the doorway leads to the path. And that path or that doorway could be the mind or the body at different times. But it's this constant practice of both. Constant practice, and the yin and the yang, and the exercise and the rest all that, and that's what it basically is. And it's like, and then they come together as one, always there in their power, helping each other, even when they're doing, when one's doing nothing, the other one's taking over the power. When one's doing, then when the other one is resting, the other one's taking over the power, see? And it's like, and then the rest, what you're taking now, is giving you power to give power to the other, so you can't burn everything up. You know what I'm saying? Because you say 50-50, well, what's that? Half and half is no good. Two halves ain't good. You want a two full, you want two strong legs to walk. You don't want this simple, rough example. You don't want your right leg to be powerful and your left leg to be like exhausted and limp and broken. Well, you want both, enough power in both, balance, right? So you say 50-50, but it's 100-100. But if you're burning 100% power the whole time, and it's not balanced in the middle, so to speak, of the relaxation and the power usage, you're not charging and maintaining enough to keep. You've got to maintain yourself in the existence of yourself here. But you've also got to maintain yourself as to keep going. You've got to maintain the keeping on going, the flow. Maintain the flow. Don't maintain the self so the flow stops. You see what I'm saying? Or keep flowing so that you flow away from self-existence. You see what I'm trying to say? Then you become like, the water becomes like ice, cracks up and shatters. It can't even move and flow anymore. Or it goes so hot, burns up and becomes steam, and it's not even water anymore. See, and we talk about becoming nothing to like not burn your energy up, but it's like you want to become everything. You don't want to become nothing like non-existence. You are a substance, a living being. Life should not be exhausting. Life is a force. It's not a dissipation. Even though we're constantly like coming into new life as we're regenerating cells, but we're like using it up and we're dying, we say, as we go, as we're living at the same time. But it shouldn't be like dissipating. It's life is an energy. It's a story as we're here, But yeah, it's like if you had like 100% power on both sides, it's good. But what is 100% power, see? 100% is always a balanced, even amount. There's a tram there. It's an even amount of everything and nothing. And if you say, well, if you think of two sides, you're thinking of the two sides either way. Or if you can't do that, then you have to think of the whole thing. Well, if you think of the whole one thing as one unit of the self vessel control to become one with the universe, the center of your whole experience, then what's that? Then we say, hope it don't rain. I don't know, umbrella. But then we say, even running back would be a long run. Then we say that you can imagine it not as two sides, but as one thing with the everything and nothing, the yin and the yang in there, basically, meaning the resting and the usage of the energy and the development of the energy, see? And you develop energy and you use up energy by using it or by not using it. It's the crazy thing. Nothing gives space for everything to exist. It's because of the nothing why we have something. So and because of the something why we have nothing. Same with ideas, how you're using your time. You have time, you don't have time. You have something, you don't have something. So this is it. And what happens then is you realise that there's always this balance constantly. If existence is here, there must be proof of that. There's constant everything and nothing, basically, the yin and the yang. Because it's not a case of, okay, we've got this world, how do we get it? How do we get this yin and yang, what I'm talking about, this Tao? No, it's just here right now. No, I don't know what that is. Is it a restaurant or a shop? Look, I can't read what it says, but some kind of fancy shops over there. And buildings. Some kind of coffee place down there as well. I like the styles of some of the buildings, Well, look at the staircases and those little wooden areas on top. I like that. I like the looks of that modern. You've got buildings like that and you've got the wooden structures as well. These high buildings here reflecting the sky and clouds. So down up ahead there, they've got like reddish orange sort of colour buildings as well. I'm having a nice walk today, very nice walk. I'm enjoying my time talking to you guys, We've been walking for an hour now talking. I'm really happy you're enjoying the video. It's been a very nice walk and chat so far. What is this? The intelligent part is this? Okay. I don't know what that is. I hope they're intelligent in there. Looks like some kind of restaurant or something up there. They've probably got loads of stuff in there, all kinds of, like, you get these buildings, fancy buildings, they've got all kinds of stuff in them. You go in there, offices, but then they've got other stuff like restaurants, unless that's the cafeteria. Bikes along here, you know. There's not many people out and about. Most people are just working, or just wasting. You got to have a civilization, fair enough. You got to have a society, you know, people doing things, laying the roads and building the buildings, like we said. But it's like, you know what I mean? Time passes. I've only got one chance to live, one life, you know. When I'm speaking and chatting, going on, when I'm talking, I'm always talking about what's true and what's real. So what is actually real? What you're going to do with your life? What we can be doing? What we could be doing? Could be and can be doing. That's what we're saying. See, you're just wasting your life, you know, doing things that's not good for you, helping you. Your health. What is life? Life is health and time, mind and body. And you need to understand the yin and yang. It's not just a philosophy, it's real truth in life. How you're living now, what you're doing for yourself. You work hard, okay, you're getting older every day, every year. You need to do something that's meaningful, you enjoy. Bring yourself into power and strength. More strength. Oh, I found another little area here. What's this? All these little turn-offs we find that lead us down different areas. So a little quick look down here. Watch. This was probably a river at one time, and then it turned to a river of grassy overgrowth. Surrounded by apartment buildings again. You know, we're having a nice walk today, aren't we? We really are. I'm enjoying it. What makes the walk better is that I've got people to talk to, you know, on the way. Thanks for coming with me, you know. And my head's screwed on. My imagination. And I say, not thinking yet, not dreaming, you know. You know what I mean? Talk about living to do great things and have dreams for the rest of your life. But it's like you better be in reality, practicality. You can't be talking like and thinking like about things which is always maybe and if and what if. It's a big word, it's a small experience, you know, if. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in the future, or, you know, it would this be would and all this stuff, you know. Would it be this way, you know? Right, you should be really, really thinking, you know, to like what you can actually do with your life. You can make a change, some good things. I didn't have to go for this walk today, but I know it's been good for me. It's been really good for me. I'm not trying to burn myself out either. I'm having a nice walk, you know. Bit noisy on the road, sorry guys. Now don't forget, we've got to walk all the way back down there, so at least straight down this road. I don't think we made any wrong turnings, did we? I don't think we did. No, we didn't. I was going to go down this way, a bit more further down here. Just further down here. And then we're going to go back, alright? Have a little walk down here, and then we're going to go back. Okay. Look at these different buildings. Some trees have got more leaves than others. More buildings being built. Building site there beside me, you know. Another one over there. We're going to go straight down here. Oh, you know, look at those red buildings, reddish brown. Where's that? Is that the Hoods? Is that New York Hoods? I don't know. I don't know what it is down there, but it looks like the Hood. It looks like a cartoon, I'll tell you that. Superman, Turtles, you name it. You know, whatever though. Let's get walking down here. Got my Shadow leading the way. Tommy Shadow. T-Shad's the man. Ninja assassin, samurai warrior, battler, fighter, companion, hard on the move. Going this way. You know, I'm sure some of these buildings site people are probably working really hard. I guess as the technology does improve, you know, they help them a lot. If they can take use it. Look at these guys, my God, there's a guy up there, high up on the scaffolding, and I know it's like just normal for him, obviously. I can't see him. I don't know if you can see, there's somebody up there, some people that are up there on the scaffolding, pretty high up, you know. And it's really, really, it's like really, dangerous, basically, you know. It's too fucking dangerous. Because he's up there, he's probably got straps and so he's probably got some, I don't even know. They get used to this climbing, they put their life on the line. I wonder how many people drop from them. There's a guy up there on top of that, oh, he could just fall down. I hope it never happens to him or anyone, but you know what I mean? Day in, day out, and burning hot weather like this too. They're literally really strong, man. Their wives must love them, but I'm just saying, no, these guys who are working up there on those scaffolding, but I wish I could have shown you, there's a guy up there. I can't see my screen too well because it's like so, you know, with the focus and everything, it's hard to see. Sorry, guys. But saying the basic thing is, okay, you know, that some of these people are like risking their life in, day out. They really are like stuntmen. They're dangerous, they're like, because if they come falling down, what day is it? You know, do they not fall down? You know, you must get people sometimes falling, and they must have like straps and stuff that they just get. You see some guy hanging, man, the things like around his crutches, thinking, damn, will he ever get that girlfriend or something? You know what I mean? Wow, man. Or someone just gets too dizzy or tired and just like literally falls off one day. You know? I was gonna say, I reckon you probably do get these management and that having a go at them, moaning and complaining, or arguments between workers and that. You probably get that sometimes, you know. You know, of course you're going to get that sometimes. You know, no respect there, no lack of respect. You know what I'm saying? Of course you're going to get that because you get it everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You don't treat people like a human being, treat them like a machine. And the reason why that is because they accept that. They act like a machine. They become part of the whole system, the whole machine. They don't follow nature. When I say follow nature, I'm always talking about being real, following nature. I don't mean you go and crawl into a cave and live in a cave, or you have to live in the forest. I don't mean that. I'm saying the ways of nature. You know, we could be more respectful to ourselves and each other. You know, so you got to respect these people that are building these buildings. You got to respect the people that are, you know, putting out fires and stuff, and you know, and working to save lives in different areas. You know. Anyway, I'm rambling now. You get all kinds of people up and down here, older and younger people. I get funny looks from people sometimes. I'm trying to communicate a good message, proper true message, not put my opinions on people. I'm not trying to say people need to come to my way of thinking or get everything I'm saying. I look at the different areas in these buildings, look. The flats here. I wonder how many floors there are in them buildings, look. We're in the Redwoods. We're in the Redwoods now. The red and orange. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. The focus, a bit too dark on here, the focus. I'm really sorry. So, guys, it's a bit dark on there. Shit. Hold on, sorry. A bit dark on there, as I say. Hold on. It's a bit dark on there, as I say. So we're going along here. You know, some big housing projects there. There's got to be schools around and probably nurseries and stuff as well, and like kindergartens and stuff like that, and schools and all kinds of things that you just don't even know. You just walk straight past. You know what I mean? We're going down here, and getting out, you know, getting a bit of focus, getting a bit of calmness. But so I am actually using a lot of energy to walk down here. I tell you, I am actually doing a lot, really. Walking, it's quite a long walk, really. I don't want to exhaust myself, but you can go further than you know sometimes. Even in martial arts training, you can do more than you think you're doing sometimes, you know, and exhaust yourself. So you need to be careful. I'm walking down, and that road obviously goes on further and further, you know. That's the way they go. And when you hit a dead end, you turn and you go down the next one. It's like a circle, a square, you know? A square circle and a circle square. you know, an infinite line, an infinite circle just going everywhere and nowhere. These are pine trees, look, and pine trees, aren't they? You get the ones with the longer leaves, needles as well. Pine trees, I like these trees though. They're nice. You hear things about different trees, different things that's good for your medicinal whatever as well. Walking down here, you see all the orange, and red, brown sort of feel to it. Up down here, see? So the pointy roofs there, look, the steep look, the pointy roof, the areas. Some of these people got nice flats, apartments, you know, you don't know what it's like. You know, home's what you make it, obviously, to get too big or small, but it's like, but it's like, you never know what it's like. And not only that, it's like people in their lives, they just get really, really busy in their daily life. They spend less time at home to enjoy anyway. And any roads they're going down. You know. So I'm sorry about the focus in this video. It's been light and dark at different times, I know. I'm getting really tired now, so we're going to walk down back in the other direction, okay? In a minute. It's going to be a very long video, as I say, a long walk. I hope you're enjoying it, seeing some scenery as I'm walking along here. You know, when we go back, it's going to be more or less the same sort of thing. It's the same road from the other side. I'll probably walk down on the other side and just keep walking and talking. I don't mean to send you asleep, anyone, or into boredom. Quite hot today, so it's quite hot. Down ahead there, I'm looking at I'm seeing some hills, I'm seeing some mountains down there. Actually seeing mountains for the first time. I never thought I was going to go on this long walk. But yeah, I don't know what's down there. Quite interesting little road actually, that kind of. But down there, there's a little car I've just come across a minute ago. Like a little small Japanese sort of car I just saw. We're going to go down this way. Hold on. So we're going to go here. Okay. And go down here. You know, I'm going to go down this way. I've still not shit myself. I've still not put myself yet. Find the toilet. Find a public toilet. The place there, you've got different places. The shop there, loads of t-shirts and things hanging up outside. Sorry about the focus there. The focus to go focus on. Loads hanging up outside. All kinds of. When you get a bit of a wind like that, it's nice when you get a bit of a breeze, but when you get a bit of a wind, you get a sense if there's going to be any rain on it. You look up for clouds, see? Get the grey clouds, and you know it's going to be raining. Even sometimes with the white ones, you've got to be careful too. Oh, fuck it. Little joke there. This is a bus stop. And this reminds me of some of the old bus stops I've seen in other places I've been at. It's a long walk, very long walk today. Been good exercise though. Good. I'm enjoying walking and talking to you. You see parents around. You see old couples, a road cleaner, young couples or young parents, young mothers taking their kids about on bikes. Imagine if you live there. There's a lot of people, they live in, like people say, people live in one place. They live in one house or one flat their whole life, and they stay there for their whole life or many, many years. In one area, you know, and that's their existence. They just live around here, might not even go to another place, another city or anywhere, let alone country. So they might have a car or not, it doesn't matter, but then you see people as well, but then sometimes they just come, you know, they literally do that. They just live there. They just go to the nearby, whatever supermarkets there might be. Then they might go to further away ones. If it's a bigger one, they might not even bother. They might just go to a little nearby one, get their little groceries, whatever they have, pay their bills, you know, go to a little shop. And that's basically it. For like 10 years, 20 years, 30, 40 years ago, and that's their life. And they do nothing else. There's flowers, isn't it? Outside there. And little shops all lined up. You know, you see. Yeah. So, that's basically what I'm saying. And then they just spend their, well, as I say, they spend their lives in jobs like that. They might go to a job, whether it's working wherever it is, and they might be just literally working in an office or a shop or whatever it is for years on end. It might be a bus ride to or from work that's kind of boring and exhausting, or it may be, like as I say, what do you call it? It might be just like nearby. But whatever, they're spending their time in that job and then at home, and that's it. And then when they're older, they just stay in their home or whatever, and that's it. Might go out for a little walk. Might be a nearby park if you're lucky. If not, no. Might walk around the block a little bit, maybe. But you know what I mean? That's their whole life experience. And again, it's a similar thing when you're on the internet doing the same thing all the damn time, or watching the same things on the screen, or being around the same people or whatever. You can be just literally stuck on a page in a book. You're stuck, you don't know anything much about life experiences. It's not me to judge. I'm not judging people's lives. I'm just saying a lot of people can just go through that. It's okay if you're happy and you're like healthy in yourself. Fair enough. You know what I mean? It's okay if you're happy and you're healthy in yourself. You know, you got to remember. You know, well, it's what you're doing. Yeah. Remember what you're doing in your life. Like, you might be happy for a change, is what I'm saying. You'd be happy for a change. When you move to a different place, you know, or something, or you go to a different place. Noisy road there, beeping. When you go to another place for a trip, you know, or for whatever reason, for it to be for fun, or be it because you just have to, or something, you know, you might realise that you're seeing something new, you know, oh, this is good, why didn't I come here earlier, or there's more out there, you know what I mean? Even walking around your area, there may be people that have walked not too far, or people that have walked, ventured out, gone, not even as far as I've gone today. You know what I'm saying? Like today, I've gone on this long walk today, right? A long way. But there's like probably some people that didn't even go that far, and their whole life they didn't know around the corner there was something different. You know, they never knew. The same as if you don't talk to people, if you don't talk to someone, you know, you might never know something, you might never learn something. Or if your mind is always thinking about those things and not relaxing, you won't ever have any chance or space for an open door to learn something new. You know? You go this way. So you may miss out on the opportunity. Remember, it's never the end. Listening is not following, if it's not the same as following. And also I want to say that don't die when you're crossing the street talking to your phone. You know what I'm saying? Also I want to say to you also is, you know, we're going to have a little look in here, okay? I don't know what this says over here, but little park area or something. But like, I want to say also that we'll go on the outside or the inside. Hold on, we'll go on the inside. But like, I'm going to say like, it's a good little area, this is Sims, but I'm not too sure. Another thing I want to say is, I'll find a little park area. I've seen a toilet too, so I'm just saying like, another thing I want to say is, like, nothing's the end. Like when you get to a certain position, a certain point, like when you learn something, it's the base start for something else. Every step and every angle of the step in everything you do or you don't do, it's part of the experience of life. Your five senses and awareness and the energy of you, which is only here in the receiving of nature, the Tao, is all part, the start, always a new start of a whole universe, like maybe an infinite in terms of possibility, chance of learning and experiencing. You know, it really, really is. I want to go into this public toilet and see if I can have a quick secret shit. I can see myself in the mirror there. So I may have to cut this and just put the other clip on and edit this together. Hold on one second, if I go here, I was going to literally go for a poo. It's smelly around here, is this shit? It's mud, right? You never know, like sometimes people come around here and shit outside because they can't wait for this shit. I'm going to go in this public toilet and have a shit. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I'll stop this here, hold on one second. Oh shit. This toilet is, look at this toilet. This toilet, look. That toilet is full of shit. That toilet is full of shit, it's stinking. And that one. This one's better, I'm gonna go in this one. Should I go in that one? Can I turn the light on? It's a stinky toilet, man. Hold on, can we lock the toilet as well? I hope we can. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so I've finished my crap, and that toilet absolutely stinks and reeks. I flushed mine. I had to be careful not to get my trousers dirty. I had to roll up my trousers there at the bottom, and I squatted down. But enough of the details. I washed my hands. Give my face a little rinse as well, and eyes. Be careful to keep clean. Lucky there was a place to hang the bag, as I say. I had tissue. I've got enough tissue. I always keep some tissue with me anyway. I wasn't going to bring this bag out with me at first, even when I thought I had to come out, but I brought it. Listen, now we're going to continue with the journey. I'm going to walk in the other direction, walk back where we're going, basically, and see if this is just a park or what is some park areas. We're heading towards mountains. I'm not going to go up them or anything, but this video is basically like a trek. It's a stroll. It's a walk. It's an adventure. This is a walk to the mountains, is what I'm going to call this. Something like that, okay? So, probably. We'll see. I'm going to go and have a little walk now and see where we're headed. Okay, so here we are. The sun's shining there through the trees. I'm guessing the time must be around, wow, probably about 2:30 or 3. I'm guessing at least 3 o'clock. Wow, that's crazy to think. I've been out for a while. Beautiful, beautiful day. All jokes aside, I know I'm rambling and joking about as well, but I really did need that. And now I've had that toilet, I feel good now, because now I can have a little, you know what I mean, rest here and there. Sadly, I don't have like a cold drink or something in my bag, or some snacks or that. It'd be good to have a little stroll. Maybe now and again we can do that sometimes, you know. I think I have to make it an effort to try to find times to come for a little walk sometimes, or have a little adventure like this. But it's always good to have a walk and look around. Some places, as I say, where I've lived and stayed before, some places you can't even do that much. There's not much of a place, there's not much scope or places to walk around in general anyway. Now this piece of rubber that's hanging off the back of my shoe there is really causing me issue, because what I do, pull the whole thing off, piece of rubber on my shoe. Let's see, I don't want to be touching my dirty shoes really, but, you know, piece of rubber hanging off there, see that? It's like, it's new shoes, you know, but you know, that's what you get if you're not, you know, the cool kids on the block. That's what you get if you're not, you know, in Michael Jordan's league or whatever. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my phone somewhere. A minute, oh, there's some people around here. I'll just sort out my sock. My sock's kind of uncomfortable, so hold on. These are really nice shoes, though, so they are. Hold on 1 second. I'll sort out my sock for a minute. Always keep your wits about you and your awareness. I don't know what park this is, like a lot of these little park areas, but you know, where this area is, even. But it's like you get some, like, you know, just fixing up my sock there. But you get some, you know, interesting little areas. I say that. Get some fresh air to my foot there. Oh, yeah. Doesn't matter about a bit dirty. I know I'd brush off that. It's okay. You know what I mean? I can be too snobby, too posh about things. My feet are stinking dirty enough with sweat as it is. Enough, you know what I mean? We sweat enough, don't we, anyway, you know? So, get a bit of fresh air and stuff. But there are trees around here, as I say, there's trees which are good for, you know, exercising, like doing martial arts, conditioning on and stuff as well. You know, I'm just stretching here. I'm not doing any like full-on exercise here, but I can see a tram as well. There's a tram there, so I know we're on the same road. I think we are. I don't usually see trams turn much. I don't want to see them roll over, flip over either, but you know. It might even fly, it might even turn into like a robot or something. I've been in the cabin toilets of Foggy Stink Shite Mountain. Yeah, it's crazy how you got these toilets that are so stinking full of shit. People just come in there and like pile it on. Like, I don't see how one person could shit that much out, you know? It's like multiple people, or the beast that lives around it, the bear, who knows, the Bigfoot, creatures, who knows, you know? And as I say, these people, they don't even, you know what I mean, flush it. Yeah, it might be blocked, it might be like broken, I don't know. Mine was okay. And you expect that people always make things dirty, you know, and mess things up, don't they? But in general, like they'll shit in the sink or something stupid, or leave a load of mud everywhere and not bother. But there's people that come around and clean it up, so there must be people that are trying to like keep this place in order, you know what I mean? It must be, to some degree. So why they couldn't just flush that away, I don't know. You know, or shit into the hole a bit better. You know, such a big arse. They've probably got a big arse and a small arsehole, you know. Or a big arsehole and a small arse. You just couldn't keep it in. You know what I mean? I've kept it all the way down this street. I've just been giving you verbal diarrhea kind of thing. And you can tell my brain's constipated with stress. I had to let off steam. I'm just joking, but you know. Take it easy, man. Woman, as I say, it's crazy because you go to these different places, like little parks, and even this toilet. Like, how many people uses this toilet? Probably the same guy every day after work, or after arguing with his wife or something. He comes here and shits. A lot of times it's like old people that got nothing else to do, unless it's like someone's big dog. They walk their dog. These posh people around here, they probably take their dogs for walks and like, oh, my dog has to use the potty. Rather than what do you expect my husky? What do you expect my foreign breed of dog to shit on the soil? We're not, you know, we're too upper class in our spoken language, but we're speaking in that same posh schnaz. My dolly posh dog Wally needs to sit on the potty, you know, and that's what happens, man. And then you block it up for the people. And so I can't tell the difference between some dogs and people these days. You can tell because the dogs are more friendly. It's not their fault, man. They're fed with too much good stuff, and they're starved sometimes too by people, you know. And it's like you've got to let it out. And keeping it at home, barking at a door, waiting for some care and attention, being sworn at, and then waiting for the owner to come home, and they come home and they've eaten all the beans in the house, they've eaten all the biscuits in the house, they come out, it's time for a shit, you know what I mean? People who keep it corked in should learn from the dogs. You know what I mean? How long does it take to change your shoes? But when you've got a little stone or something in your shoes, or some sand as well. That's annoying as well, isn't it? Look at them trees under my arse, look. So I can take some nice photos around there. Yeah. I'm here, guys. What do you think I'm going to do? Lick my own destiny or what? Imagine you woke up with your head in one of those toilets. Shit. Imagine you woke up, period, and you realised, I wasted half my life talking about the world. It don't exist. Well, let's get going. We're ready. Let's go. So you've got signs here telling us where we're going. I ain't got a damn clue where it's here though. So you got the another tram going by. These trams are more frequent than buses, I'd say. Old chappie. I knew I should have taken some of that sallow tape with me so I could stick this on. Right, let's get going. Now, anything can be used as a weapon in self-defense. Anything can be used as a tool. Basically, you're limited by your imagination only. Anything can be used, excuse me, as a, hold on. Is that a college campus, a school campus? I think it is, isn't it, around there? I think it is. Or is it a place where people just hang out? Is it a park? Is there some kind of grass area park leading up to the fucking mountains which are in this direction? Yellow brick road, look, the red brick road. Follow the people's brick road. You know what I'm saying? Follow, you know, follow society's black road, grey road, whatever. So, I'm walking down here now. Yeah. Oh, there we go. It leads up in that direction. But yeah, I'm just going basically saying, right, I hope I'm going in the right fucking direction. I've got to be careful here. I am. I'm going to have to really be careful in here. I think before we go too much deeper, I'm going to run back down there. I better actually. We just go back down this way. Just see that. So where we've come from, because I'm going to get a bit confused with my direction. No, I have gone the right way. I've gone straight down the road, haven't I? I'll know when I see them red buildings just to go all the way down, you know. That is right. That is fucking right. I'll go down and have a check, be really extra super careful. Last thing I want is the battery to run out. No way of finding my bloody address and all that. I don't even know the address and the places. Mind you, I do know where the trams go. I can follow the trams, silly body, can't I? I'm saying late in the night time, in the evening. I don't want to be out all day either. I'm probably going to get back around 4 or 5-ish. You know what I mean? That's the crazy, another mental mad thing. Get busy through the week again, get the week out of the way. But you know, I've got things to do in my free time anyway, today and then throughout the rest of the day. This is a day off, this is a rest day, sort of thing, for me. But anyway. So going straight down here, say, it's really bright, sorry. But this is where we've come from, isn't it? Straight down there. Straight down there, see? Straight down there. So that's where we're going. That's where I come from. Straight down that road down there. You see what I'm saying? So we're going the right way, so we're going to go that way. So what was I saying to you? Continue with what I was saying anyway. But basically, yeah, anything can be a tool, right? So everything you're using, and it's the same like if you say a weapon or an attacking thing. So it can be, if it can be used for one thing, it can be used for the opposite. That's the yin and yang principle, right? If it can be used as a weapon, it can also, it should in theory be able to be used as the reverse of that. You know what I mean? As a safety thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, one thing has many uses, infinitely depending on the imagination, but it has a limitation to what it is. Like one human can do so many things, but he's limited to what he is in the human form. Right? But a sword is a sword. You could use a sword to attack or to defend, but it is what it is, you see. Or you can use them or something as light. You could use a shining light to distract the enemy, or shine it in their eyes, or to show the way, or to show them the truth, or to lead the way out of darkness, show the way, you know what I mean, for people to go. But it's always going to be light, see? It's not darkness. So it's the shape of light, which is infinite. But it's like, for things, like for a sword, let's say, or any kind of tool, it is what it is, you know what I mean? You have many, many uses for a fire extinguisher. You could use a fire extinguisher to just block a door and put it between a door so the door doesn't close. You know, you could use it to put out fires, obviously, or a dodgy birthday cake. Candles, you know. You can literally hold, you know, the thing. You could go to a shop and get a cold drink, you know, get a drink or something. On the route, some snacks. But what I'm trying to say is, you could use it for different things, you know, to distract people, make noises a bit. There's another park here, so again, there's more areas. There's a few older people around here doing exercise too. But over there, we've got some nice areas over here, see? Got these areas over here in the shade. You could come over here and do some exercise. On the bars, see, over the purple bars over there? So can you see that? Sorry. Over here. You could do some exercises on the apparatus like that over there, see? And put your leg up, stretch your legs on those. Or around here using a different apparatus. Just trying to continue in the other direction anyway. But it's good to do some exercise, I say. Use these open spaces to do some exercise right here. You could do some Tai Chi or whatever. You could, maybe Bagua or whatever. Right here, you could do it. Yes, you can. Yes. Anyway. So, you can do your martial arts. So walking, I like this here. I love this. Look, the little wooden area. Look at this. I like this place. Can you see this? Right. Along here, nice. You can sit down there, see? Sit down there, have a little rest, which is what I was going to actually do. See, I've not even had a rest apart from that little squat I did on that squat toilet. Let's sit here, sit on the next one. You know? Yeah. So I love it. Adventuring. This is life. Beautiful life. Beautiful life. I sit here, but it's too hot to be sitting here, really. Probably have a little rest sometime on the way back. If I don't, it'll be a very long walk. You know, so we're walking down here now. Okay. Get a few zombie-like people walking around. And no offence to just older people. Now that rubber is hanging off of my foot there, my shoe, you see that? So it's an issue. If the whole thing starts hanging off, I have to just put it off or something, because it's really like ridiculous. These are nice shoes, but it's just hanging off my fucking foot. If you got any ideas, call in to this number. I'll leave a message. So you've got some trees along here, open air park areas that lead around, you know. And this along here, there's a fence along here, all fenced up. There's a way around here. It leads up to the mountains, you see. Man, people, these are probably the mountain people, the mountain fogies. Looking for they're all about the bogies. Just kidding. So there's no way we're going up on the mountains there. But there are, actually, I can see like paths or roads or something up there. Can we see any temples? You usually see like a temple or something in the mountains. Or something posing as a temple, but you do see things as temples up on the mountain. Let's see if we can see a temple or not. Be careful when you're out and about, as I say. You do not want to sprain your ankle, bust your knee and neck and face. Up there, that looks like it might be some kind of like modern sort of looking fancy temple / school of indoctrination. I don't know what, you know. Brainwashing, but we're going to go this way. I don't know. We're going to go down here. Yeah, there's like a metal fence around here. Other fences and stuff around too. So we're not really seeing much around here. Just loops back around. It's nothing much at all. So now we're going to head all the way back, basically. There's definitely some quiet areas that come around here. Look, quiet areas. You could really come around here and do some exercise, do some martial arts. Any of these spaces would be great for training martial arts. Down my phone there on that bag. I can do it. A little portable tree stump. So this bit of rubber is hanging off my shoes like you know, like a woman's tassely, stringy thingy. So a man's mind sometimes goes into daydream mode. Yeah, the blue sky is so calm. I can hear the birds whistling. Actually, I can hear more insect noises and distant traffic and building site stuff, machinery, but still. I think you've seen enough of my shoes today, haven't you? You've seen more of my shoes than you see of, you know, a woman's cupboard's full of shoes. So about the focus, as I say. So we've come to the mountains. Okay, let's take a picture. Ooh, no. Here we are by the mountains. Okay, by the mountain. We've come more or less to the mountains. I'm not going to go further down this road, obviously, but this is where we've come to the mountains. It's not that far away from here. That is a mountain over there. It's a walk to the mountains. I don't know what mountains they are. They're just like your average mountains. You can see trees on top. I don't know if there's any old man up there with any interesting words of wisdom to tell us. Or if there's any stray animals up there or what, who knows. We're going to get going back now, okay, because we've come to the mountains here. And it's been a wonderful walk, so let's get heading back now. I'm going to head back and go home and relax. And I'm going to edit this video when I do. It's going to be great, okay. It's a long video, but you know, I probably will put some music in it. That's an interesting question, because sometimes I do different versions, you know what I mean? I do different versions. They love it. No, versions. I'm saying, very sunny, very bright, burning hot. It's the afternoon, as I say. Get some cool fresh air. There's somebody walking in there doing some interesting movements. Slow positioning. Be careful with some of these people. They might be mentally deranged. You just do not know. Keep my voice down. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check my. I was going to check my shoe. Hold on. I think what we'll do is we'll walk further down. Walk further down first. I'm going to pass this person here. Walk down here further down. We'll see where we're going to go. Hold on. We'll go around this way. Go around this way. It's the magical peach. Would you ever eat one of these? The magical peach. The magical peach. There's different things around. So, there's the main road there. We could walk on the main road, but then it gets burning sun. So forget that. But yeah. I like that little tunnel bit we just walked for a minute ago. That doesn't say. Now this, sometimes you see people that are just like older and they're just like trying to get out from a bit of walking. You see them walking funny doing certain controls, but sometimes you don't know. I mean, it might be basic breathing. Again, as I say, again, different kinds of exercise and qigong and all kind of stuff, you know. All that kind of stuff. Could be. It could be. Got the three internal. You got the say Xingyi Quan, Taiji Quan, and Bagua. Three different kind of internal kung fu training. So you got Taiji. They say Taiji feels that. They say Xingyi, right? Xingyi Quan goes through the room. Bagua goes around the room, and Taiji Quan feels the room. That's the three. See, and of course, if you don't know what qigong is, I say qigong is different. Qigong is like a different exercise, usually static, holding positions and stuff. For with the breathing and the control, the blood, the qi, the air, control the energy in the body. Basic qigong exercises. But as I say, you got the three. You got Taiji, Bagua, and Xingyi. Those three internal kung fu systems. It's funny. You got people looking at me like older people, like in China, who know what that is. You know, younger people. They're like young people. A lot of people over the world don't even know. But you got younger people. They never think about this stuff. You know. You heard of Taiji, but a lot of younger people, they just know their mobile phones and today's hip trends, tech and that. Whereas me, I know my whole life I've been training martial arts, so I know a bit about it. The philosophy and the training, I've been training hardcore and studying it, so I know what I know. I'm not boasting, I'm limited in what I know, but you know, it's a small kind of park really. Handy toilet, there's a toilet in there. Stinks a bit though. You know, I'm just saying, you know, training on the same road, this is one road, but the thing is, training in external systems and internal systems. External, going for external martial arts. It all incorporates yin and yang, it all incorporates the internal and the external. But like the internal meaning like the breathing, the mind, the chi, the inner essence, the deeper root, core training and stuff. Even though they all have it, it comes from going for training. But it's like external training. It's like other systems that you'd imagine. You know what I mean? You'd imagine like external sort of systems, you know what I mean? So we go this way. You know, these kind of other systems like it's more on the body, the physical exercise and physical fighting, you know what I mean? Whether it be hard or soft, fast or slow training, they're all useful, big or small, for exercise and self-defense. And they all incorporate, you know, as I say, the yin and yang. You know, but what I'm trying to say is if you think about things like wushu systems, long Tang Chuan wushu, for example, or like Hong Chuan, which is Hongar, or karate, Feng Shui Dao, you know, things like that, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai. I'm not even going to talk about MMA because I don't really like it at all. But you know what I'm saying? Wrestling, boxing, kickboxing, I come in Taekwondo, you know, Hapkido, yeah, you know, ninjutsu, a bit of both, I'll say. But when you go to the three main internal, you've got Tai Chi, Bagua, and Xing Yi Quan. Those three, okay? And then, of course, it's about Qigong, and that's just, as I say, that's exercises for your internal power root, for your breathing and all that, and the Qi, you know, different training. But this is what a lot of people don't understand. They don't know, they don't understand, they don't know, these people, they don't study this. So when you see like a few older people around there looking, and they hear me talking, they're like, what did he say? I ain't heard that in a while. Apart from old granddaddy, one of the old men who might be doing a bit of, older ones who are doing a bit of Tai Chi, but like, you know, most people, it's a surprise for them when they hear it, especially me talking about it. This is meaningful, useful stuff. I can't even remember how we got on the topic, but it always comes back. It always leads back to the truth. Some of these buildings along here, the styles are quite funky, different. The ones I'm looking at, they're kind of cathedral steeples and stuff. So we're walking on this side of the road, and say this time going back, heading back, right? Sorry about the focus there. Okay, you know what I'm saying? We're walking on here, so you know, internal is what we're talking about. Internal energy when you're training. Okay, when you're training, the internal energy. We need the internal energy. You need the inner power, core, root power as well. Not just the physical arms and legs swinging, punching and kicking, even if you can do backflips or whatever it is. Circus acts or acts of strength and power, wrestling people down. It's not about that. See, and so the way of martial art, true deep martial arts, you've got to understand a bit of both. And it's an ongoing journey of learning and training the self. When you train martial arts, you don't just train it as training an art, a thing, or fighting. You train in health for the sake of it. You train for the essence and being of your embodiment of the true, what do you call it, manifestation, the true self of you here now, living. So then, you learn how to be. And you have to take the lessons from truth, from the Tao basically, you know, Tao, right? And come through and that you take that and you take it for your life in everything you do, in listening and speaking with people, your heart, your everything, your five senses, for the logic of sense. You're not dreaming yet, not thinking yet, not dreaming. You know, awareness, everything, power, root, connection with truth, what's real, what's here in nature to keep you alive. And that this piece of rubber is gonna come off my shoe, y'all. I took it off. This motherfucker watching me. And that piece of string, that piece of rubber just had to come off my shoe, god dang it, you know what I'm saying? God damn. But yeah, no. Why chucking in some bloody noodles, just kidding. I'm not trying to hang anybody with it either, but yeah. So you can use anything, as I say, as a weapon or a tool for survival, for protection, for avoidance, for distraction. The avenues of your imagination, the mountains, valleys, roadblocks, blocks, bridges, doors. Well, you can build all this world up, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's from your imagination first. How you can build reality depends on how real you are. Also, I shouldn't even say that, how you can work with and build upon reality. You see what I'm saying? Because reality is all you have. You can never have more than life, really. And that's what the Tao was talking about. The Tao and Yin and Yang was talking about, saying everything is here. This is perfect already. Nature is perfect. You're trying to get more, or you're trying to get less, ultimately. If you want a better experience, you've got to work with things. The flow will take it into different forms and different natural manifestations and changes and shapes of life. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it wouldn't help you to be laying down your whole life, right? You've got to be standing up sometimes, or sitting up. Or when you're laying in a sleeping position, you've got to move into another position sometimes, you see? So you've got to move to be able to get into a next position, and you've got to be in a position so that you can know how what is moving from that. So stillness and movement, they teach each other. Front and back follow each other, bottom and top rest upon each other. You know, before and after and all that, you know what I'm saying? And light and dark and all that. It shows you the dark, shows you the light, light shows you the dark. The big and the small, the fast and the slow. You know, man and woman, it's all there. So basically it's all there. That all there, cool? That all there. So basically what it is it teaches you the whole time the truth. The truth teaches you. You can't have more true. You can't have more safe or more right. You can, but it's like, if it's not safe, it's not safe. If it's not right, it's not right. If it's not true, it's not true. You're more of a friend. Well, if he's sometimes your enemy, then he's not your friend, is he? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what it is. It's not clean. If it's a little bit dirty or contaminated water, then it's not clean, pure. So truth is truth. You say, well, nothing's perfect. You say everything's got two sides, the big and the small. It can't be out of balance too. It has to be 50-50, basically 100-100, 0-0. When one is nothing, nothing is one. It's like, you know, one is everything, everything is one. And it's like, okay, so you've got one small and one big. It doesn't make a difference what shape and size they are. There's always that infinite. As long as they're complementing and working with each other, the difference is life. That all people are different, but all the same in certain ways too. You see what I'm saying? One colour is part of the you know, let's say roughly infinite spectrum of colours, and it's one of them. So it is the master of all. Because if you took that out of the equation, it's like you took that one brick or that one log out of the hut, the hut would just come falling down. You have to have that part of the structure. Otherwise, what's the point in it being there if it's not worth being there? It ain't worth it. It's not worth talking about. Why say it? If you're one step in the wrong direction, why do that? You know what I mean? So you're building your house. Why would you take things down? Like, you're doing good for yourself and you're true to yourself, but sometimes you lie to yourself, or sometimes you do things that's bad for your health. Why do it? You say nobody's perfect. But you work with certain things, you have to work with the shape of certain things. Sometimes you have to become small. You know, if you want to enter and learn about another area of the infinite journey of life, then you might have to become the water to go into that teapot, become the shape of that teapot, saying, become that shape. So that's what it is. So you don't have to do this or that or this or that. No. Let's say the Tao, as Laozi said, the yin and yang, right, is just perfect. It's just perfect. Balance. 平衡. That's it. The truth is the truth. In Chinese, right? Balance. So you want reality. You want reality. You want reality. It's not because you don't want to go too far down a road and waste time and energy. Or you don't want to go not far enough, you know, and waste time and energy possibilities. I'm trying to say. But it's like, it always is too far and too less in terms of distance, journey from the here and now. And every movement is leaving the here and now. You see what I'm saying? Even non-movements, we're always like, everything is always moving. You have to go in the flow of the Tao. Because everything that exists in a time, we say, right? At least on this universal scale of like, you go to the quantum and all that, but I'm just saying, you know, right? But it's like the time for what? For something, right? And something, when? In the time. So time and space and matter and existence of all phenomena is the word, phenomena, is here. Only because there's time to allow it to be here. To say it. And for something to be, there must be time. And for time for what? Measuring what? Even if there's nothing, a vacuum, it's still time for that, you know? You say it's a theoretical concept you can't even fathom. An idea, a dream, but still the point is that. So when you know this is a constant flow of an infinite journey, because look at this, okay, even even though I say forever is a kind of never, right? Something that is, something that never changes. It's always here every moment. It's getting older. It's here for longer. It's a longer history, and the infinite space that goes on and on and on and on and on, like the Tao, kind of like yin and yang, right? It goes on and on and on and on, right? An infinite space, universe, it goes on and on. Like the sky above, it goes bigger and bigger. Let's say, right? You know, or this road, it might go infinitely. It goes infinite as far as you go, but the thing is, like, it goes on, and that is infinite, constant. What is constant is eternal. So what is now, like, you know what I'm trying to say? It's like it never happened, and it always happens. It's here, and so it's ongoing. You see what I'm saying? It's here. It's not necessarily moving, developing, changing, but it's here, and that means it's infinite still. It's an infinite nothing. So if we are constantly, if the other side, we are constantly moving on, constantly moving through time and space energy, and flowing and adapting and changing. That could also be a non-existence of the self, because you're always trying to find yourself, or you're never actually being in a state, because every state or position you're in is always, you're never there, you're just always moving on, right? And if everything else is changing around you, it's the same as you changing. If the world is leaving you, it's the same as you leaving the world. You sort of say, if the sun and the light, the sun and the moon, the darkness, the shadows changing around the earth, it's not necessarily you're walking in or out of the light or dark. It's happening around you. You're trying to row your boat, getting exhausted, but don't forget the water's doing a lot more work as well. It might look big and still, but it's actually moving. And you might be doing more, burning yourself up more. And there are times where things just carry you along if you go in the flow with them. So, deep talk, huh? So anyway, martial arts is the same way. It's teaching you in life to be the same, to do that, to learn about self-preservation and working with things in accordance for the betterance of yourself, or first and foremost, the maintenance of yourself. The betterance of yourself meaning the ability to still be maintained even though things around you are changing, because you adapt. You don't change yourself, you don't move into different positions. Believe it, you don't do that. You work with the Tao, you work with yin and yang constantly, and balance out and going on in the flow of things. You know what I'm saying? You jump in the river, you have to swim in the river, you know what I'm saying? You're on the ground, you have to work the way you can stand and walk on the ground. The temperature and all that stuff. You know, find your way to keep, as I always say, keep cool, like cool yourself down, or keep warming yourself in the cold. Keep yourself warm in the cold and, you know, cool in the heat, you know. You're getting a nice breeze now though, you know. To save energy so that you maybe have energy to spend. Or spend energy so that you may have energy to save, if that makes sense. The burden, free yourself from the burdens and stress of things. And that might be just ideas. If an idea is a bag, if an idea is a bother more than a baggage, you know, more than a bag, you know what I'm saying? It's more of a, you're carrying this crap. It's a burden more than a bag. Then what's the point? You might want to carry an empty bag with you sometimes. You might need a bag sometimes, you know. Like my bag I've got here. Yeah, man, I'm having a nice walk today, a very nice walk. But the point is, nature and reality is the truth. So we learn about how to work with things. Now, everything exists and doesn't exist at the same time. Everything is nothing, nothing is everything, because everything is constantly neither here, neither not here. It's always moving on, and everything is in a different position to that which is changing. That which is changing is everything, it's the Tao. Nature also, even if it doesn't look like it is. And what is this world if you don't experience it, if you're not standing here? Or this day, or this moment. The breath for what, you know? You see what I'm saying? Sorry about the focus on here. Okay, so it's a beautiful life, you know, beautiful, beautiful life. We've got a long way to go still. Okay. So, you know, I'm gonna head home, get a good rest, try and get a good sleep tonight too. I'm gonna get back to work on my art and animation when I get home. Creativity, my editing, my stuff, my drawing. stretching. You have to remember that, the truth is the truth. If something stops, if something is now, it's the crazy thing, okay? Look, if something is, you can say it's not. You see what I'm saying? Because if something is now and is everything, if something is the answer to everything, there's no more of the story, there's no more learning, then that means, it's relaxing now. Then that means, you've got to flow like water, see? Then that means, okay, hold on, okay. Then that means, okay, and that means, come back to the calm and peace. Then that means if it's always eternal and the answer to everything, it's going to be the answer to nothing. Because it can't change and learn anymore, it can't be. Things have to go on. It can't develop any further, but then again, nothing else can. But everything can develop only from the undeveloped state. Does that make sense? Nothing can develop further than what is possible in reality and all possibility of allowance of the Tao, meaning your life as well, actual life of you living. You're alive. So whatever is possible for your human state, as far as the cells and atoms you've got in allowance and what's been brought into life by the Tao, by nature, is here. And it will never be anything more than that. It will change to another state. Like your body could rot into the ground and become whatever fertilizer, you know what I'm saying, whatever for the ground, you know what I'm saying, the energy in a different way, the matter. But in terms of this human state, see, one comes to the end and starts to go to something else. When it comes to the end is the beginning of a new start. It's something else immediately. So there is no end. But there's always no beginning, you could say, because constantly each new phase is starting there. It's just crazy. Interesting, but it's like the point is, the main point is, if you can imagine what I'm saying, that I know we're going deep on this talk again, philosophy stuff again. Yeah, but it's like, because everything's continuing, so it's like, everything is always still changing. That if one is the answer for everything, and it's just here now and there's no more, it's the answer to everything. The answer to everything is the answer to the eternal. And the eternal is the answer to everything. The eternal is the constant flow of what? What is, not what is not. We're talking about a fact here, something that is real. It's the answer to everything, and everything to the answer. See? And what that is the path of the eternal flow. What we're talking about is the constant flow of the Tao, which is yin and yang in nature. The same philosophy entirely, the same thing, yes. Okay? This guy here doing very good exercise, this man. Well done to him. Very strong. Well done. One life. Beautiful. The man's running down the road there with his mind and body strong. Well done to him. I don't know how old he is. He's not like young, he doesn't. But back to what I'm saying, okay? He might be one of those workers. How much exercise do these people on the building site do? We don't know, but back to what I'm saying. So the answer to everything is the answer to everyone. That is, and it is the answer to them. It's acknowledging and accepting the way that there is a thing called everything. And everything has no end. It's the one thing that constantly goes on forever. Every possibility, every journey, that every next phase for everything too. Basically, so next step for everything. So ultimately, hold on 1 second. I've got something in my shoe, but ultimately, I've got something in my shoe. You're gonna have to hold on a second. But ultimately, okay. Now, that's what we're saying. So, you know, I'm saying, cuz, hold me, just fix my shoe up a bit. It's kind of this little heel piece moving all around. Shall I eat it? Is it a snack? Just kidding. I'm just saying, like, ultimately, okay, there is no ultimate, and no ultimate is the ultimate. There's no end. There's no state of stale staticness. Life, when life ends, it's dead. You know, everything's dying, dead and there's no flow and development. When you're alive, there's movement and flow, and liquid is not dry, it's just fluidity, and the essence of nature, the essence of Tao is in everything, you know. So keep on flowing, thus keep on existing, you know, and keep on existing should be to keep on flowing. It's the lesson to do so. See, the only way to be is in the way of the Tao, in the way of nature. It's not some stupid idea. I'm not giving you some religious or some kind of other thing either, or some kind of idea like that. It's just literally saying what is. If you stay in one position, in one state all the time, you know, then, you know, you're not going to have any chance. You're not going to have any chance, you know. You're not going to have any chance to live. Because your living will be the experience of death, ultimately. You know? So to understand music or a conversation, there must be constant movement. To understand how to walk, you must feel the ground underneath you, or to swim in the water. So there must be spaces between the notes, the rhythm, to give space for each other, so we understand what music is, because if it's constant noise, we can't hear anything. It's the same as silence. You know, and silence gives the ability to constant noise. But we have to not be greedy, and we have to not try to put, how would I say, all of your eggs in one basket, or what's the word, you know, put all of your too much in, you know, two people can't drive a car, so if your mind's thinking two different ways, you can't drive this body, the vehicle, you know. The Tao is always speaking. It's not me speaking to you. Somehow, I'm like a clean window, an empty cup, every day, every fresh moment, like a plain piece of paper always presented to me. I'm like a mirror, and I'm able to reflect it in the light. I'm able to read from the Tao. I'm reading from the Tao, is what I'm doing. I'm reading what the Tao is, the truth, and it's talking through me. I don't see how the truth doesn't talk through more people. You know, I really don't. So even when I've been swearing and joking and being a bit, maybe you might think crude or silly in the video, and I've been talking about other stuff, and still, I'm a simple, natural human being. I'm not trying to put myself above everybody like a perfect, you know, what's the word, God, deity or something. I'm not trying to talk above people, and I'm not, and the negativity is what's in the message. It's not in the words or what you do. It's like, it's in what the meaning is, what the intent is, you know, what's inside. You know, what the ingredients are of the food. It's not what it might look like, it's the ingredients of the food, you know. So, it's either healthy or not. And it's like, if you're hungry, or if your body is not allergic to certain things, then your body will be able to, you know, experience that in a way, you know. So, I'm trying to share what I see, and I'm just a human being, like anybody else. And my foot, my ball of my foot, the right foot there, just that big bit of skin just below or before your, like, in the front part of your foot, before the toes. So it's like before the big toe. It's kind of like rough. It feels kind of sore. Like a rubbing on something. I don't know what it is, like a stone or something. I don't know. Maybe I've just been walking for a long time. It's just kind of sore. I don't know. But let's keep walking anyway. I'm okay. Not too bad. I mean, so we're going to go down this way now, as I say. Go straight down this road. It'd be nice to just walk along like a peaceful kind of like walk. I could make another video where like there's no sound and we just see like an edit with like without me on the screen, and I flip it left to right and then maybe like put some peaceful music or something, edit some stuff in, other sounds, and just have like just the shots where I'm filming the scenery and not myself. Maybe a lot of editing though, because I keep turning the camera around to film myself, and the main video you're going to get is this whole video with me talking and stuff. But I may make two versions anyway, with music in as well, another one and then this one. Should I cross here? Maybe we should cross here anyway. So we're going on this side of the road again. We cross over here. This guy watching me. Funny. They never learn. They see everything, but they see nothing. And when you see nothing, it's like you see everything, you know. When you see everything, you see nothing. When you do, when you say, when you do, when you say, when you hear, when you think, everything is nothing. It's the Tao. You can understand, study the Tao, yin and yang. So a lot of people, they have everything, so they have nothing. They go every way, so they have no way. They try to be every single way they can be and be everywhere at every time and know everything and teach everything. So everything is nothing sometimes, you see. It's just the Tao. That's what it is. I have to keep this reminding me with that word, the Tao. It's a human word, maybe. The Chinese word, the Tao. You read the book, the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu, okay, the ancient Chinese philosopher. Nothing to do with Confucius, okay. He was more about society and control and stuff like that, whereas Lao Tzu was talking about nature. Lao Tzu was talking about true nature. That was his book, the Tao Te Ching. Sometimes it's pronounced wrongly. It's the, Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu, but it's actually Lao Tzu. His name is Lao Tzu, okay, who wrote the Tao Te Ching. I do speak Mandarin Chinese, I say, and I've studied a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of people. I mean, Alan Watts knew the truth in what he was saying. There's a lot of people that inspire me, like Sadhguru, Alan Watts, Krishnamurti. But the only one for me, the main one was Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu was the one. He was talking absolute ultimate truth. No indoctrination from society, brainwashing, unnatural, mechanical ways of society and money and hierarchies. No, he was talking about nature, real truth, what's real. Only what's real. You can only have what's real. Only what's good for you is what you have. You can only have what you have. What is here. And that is everything, always in a constant balance, otherwise it wouldn't exist. It would go to destruction to the point of never ever existing. We'd have nothing. Which is irrational. You can't imagine anything outside of the Tao. Even though it's a human ideology, thought, but it's still like, it's the reality of everything, regardless if we're here or not. It's not about how you live and what you do on a Saturday afternoon, or how much money you've saved and how much you've spent. We're not talking about that. It's just literally, these are concepts we can take from it and apply into our life and understand what we're doing as human beings. But the truth is, it's here regardless of human beings and the animals, the mountains, the valleys, whatever, It just is. The universe, stars, the rocks and the leaves. So we can only work with what is, and what is always a balance, allowing things to be, to flow, and constantly develop, meaning movement, change. You see? Flowing into the shapeless, eternal, infinite shape, a possibility of infinite shape being, infinite power. Infinite shape means infinite power. Infinite possibility means infinite power. But power that is more than everything becomes less than everything. The moment you are stronger than, or trying to destroy or whatever, or control, it means you have no control. Your power becomes no power. Your hand is so big, it's so strong, you break everything. That means you have no power. You see what I'm saying? It's no power, because you did not. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You got to understand that. Don't lose your helmet. It's a bite. Someone's got the helmet on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Though, you're trying to break things or bully people that are smaller than you or weaker than you. Where's your power there? Trying to lead people, trying to make people listen, or trying to control because you care. It's from fear. See. Trying to be, if you're so big, say if you're so big, you're bigger than the whole world, you've got nowhere to stand. So if you're small, the smaller you are, you've got nowhere to fall, they say. So the only thing you can understand, is a question. It's the Tao, I'm saying. So I'm saying yin and yang, that's what allows, that's why, for me, that's the only one. I don't care what year it is, 2000, 3000. What Lao Tzu said there, it's not his words, it's not even the book, the Tao Te Ching, it's just truth is truth. If it's not true, if you don't follow nature and what's real truth, what are you following? Someone half understanding? See what I'm saying? And I said, when you come to the answer, if you come to the end, and you say, I have the answer now, this is the answer for everything, then you have the answer for nothing. Because everything means it's constantly eternal. There's no end. It keeps on changing. That's what the Taoists are saying. Yin Yang keeps flowing, see? You know what I'm saying? What's big? What is bigger? Bigger because bigger than what? The small is still smaller than. It can keep going. So the small, the big. You say forever is a kind of never. It says everything is always got two sides to it. Everything's always got two sides. Yeah. What are you questioning? You question something, then you've got information there already. There's something there. There's always something and nothing. It's always the beginning and the end. It's like people can't understand it, but they talk like they understand it. So it's not about your money. It's more about your time, your health, in your body and mind, and how many days you've got and years in your life. One day you're going to die. So you understand, value the beautiful life before they kill you. You understand the beautiful life. So when we practice, when we're training the Tai Chi, I don't care if you're training Bagua, but the point is, it's your whole life lesson. It's not just for the Kung Fu training, it's for your whole life. Everything you're doing. So when you're talking with someone, when you just say nothing, when you do nothing, you experience a beautiful life and see and hear. When you're quiet, you can hear everything. You know, when you have total darkness, you will see the light shine more clearly. But when you're in the light, you don't always see the light. When you're in the light, you will see the darkness. You look for the darkness, right? When you're in the answer, you don't see the question. When you're in the question, you don't see the answer. See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. See what I'm saying? The same as seeing the big or the small. These are words. Good, bad, big, small, right, wrong, hot, cold. These are just words, different ways that we see from our human interpretation and how we compare things based on our needs, hunger or not, pain or comfort, you know, wishes and regrets and answers and questions, and you know what I mean, pain, suffering, stress and pressure. This is in the mind of people. It's not real. I mean, yeah, of course it's real to the people, but it's not a real thing. What you want to study really is not the constant failures of people, and maybe learn from mistakes, learn from people's mistakes, but it's not about constantly that or a constant war or battle. It's about learning the way of the flow of what is keeping everything here. The fact that you're not floating in a void darker than space. Because when you're in the light, you don't even see the light. And when you're in the light, you might not see the dark. You see the dark easier. But when you're in the light, you should see the light, but you don't. And you see the dark, but you shouldn't. That's what I want to say. Yeah, the same for the dark. When you're in the dark, you know what I mean? You shouldn't see the dark, but you still do. But you should see the dark and recognize and understand it. You know what I'm saying? You study the dark and light. And you should see the light shining when it's shining, but you still don't. You're in the darkness. One step forward is better than backward, right? As I'm saying, one step forward is better than however many steps backward. You know what I'm saying? Better than 1 or 2 steps forward. You need to understand what is more. Wow. You need to understand what is more or less. I need to understand what is more or less in what you're getting. I just saw something there, but you can get the best glasses, but at the end of the day, how good is your vision? You have the best eyes, but how good is your vision? You know what I'm saying? You get the best question, but how good is your awareness or basic foundational state of being to actually know it when you get it? Like if you've got some paralyzed tongue, somebody hold. if like some people who've got a tongue with no taste buds, been burned off because you've been eating all kinds of poisonous crap. You know what I'm saying? Or internal body that cannot take certain kind of foods, then at the end of the day, how good will any food be for you? If you lost all your teeth, you've got a broken jaw, you can't eat certain things, or you can't taste certain things, it doesn't matter how good the taste is. So you have to work with a structure too, of what you are. There must be structure before there can be flow, which is why in martial arts we always talk about doing some basic exercise first, and doing some stance work, like Mabu, for example, Mabu, the horse stance training, things like that, to give you a strong structure in your body first, to stand and hold positions, so then you can flow from one to another. You know what I'm saying? And the same for the flow. If you can't flow, then what's the point of being stuck in one position? There's no point in me standing there in a fancy position with my legs spread and a young lady comes up and kicks me in my nuts. You know what I'm trying to say? But if I can stand in a strong position from a certain angle or change to another position, and I can throw a big strong guy down, that says a lot. It's about your positioning, your fluidity, your timing, your awareness. Martial arts, all of the different martial arts, are different forms of practice and experiencing to train the human body and feeling and how to move, to be, to train the mind to be a better mind. Like all the arts, another colourful tram there, for example, you know, and many arts we practice, and then the mind also, experiencing avenues in the mind, thought, not just trying to switch off and meditate, it's a meditation, but through thought as well, experiencing the imagination, studying things, can also then bring your mind into awareness and realization of ideas and starting points to try different things for the body, to give yourself different power and strength. Now there's that forklift truck again. Forklift truck. Ryo Hazuki. Ryo Hazuki, yeah? Ryo Hazuki. Hazuki-san. All these bikes again, dang it. So when we're heading back in the right direction, I know that much. It's a very, very long walk today. It's been a wonderful day. I think today, and as I'm not going to go back the other way, I'm not going to go around that place where we started when I walked past the river. I mean, I could do to make it go full loop circle. I mean, what do you think? We've gone so far, maybe I really could do, actually. We'll see. It'll be a case of crossing the road and turning right in a moment or so. Maybe we can do that, actually, and go back. And that'll be a wonderful walk for today. How about that? We'll do it. Let's do it. A bit longer, but let's just challenge ourselves. We've gone so far already. Now this is a big cement mixer truck. We'll go. We'll go this way. He's going to say something to me. So hold on. Be careful because it's a bit of a busy road as well. Hold on. Maybe we can hold on. There's, as I say, there's and that guy there, as I say, we're going to go straight down this way. There's a guy there who's behind me, and there was nobody actually in the truck, as I say, in the cement truck. So what do you call those cement mixers? Because you get the small ones as well, don't you? That's a big one. Yeah. So as I said, we're going to go down this way now. We've got to go under that bridge, I know that. We've got to go further down. Beyond that too. And a very, very good walk. There's a big yellow digger over there. And there's things. I hope you've enjoyed some of what I'm saying. I've been saying today, talking to you guys about the philosophy of the Tao and nature, because this is what's real. These things matter. When I start talking about this stuff, I don't seem to stop. It's like no end, you know. The reason I say there's no end is because it goes on and on, and it flows and flows and flows and flows and goes on and on and on and on. Because that's what the Tao does. It's this constant flow. It spins and flows. It doesn't go out of control. How could it? But it's like you can spiral off into different ideas. All of the different topics. Hold on. All of the different topics that we go on to, and different ideas and questions and stuff, all that stuff, okay, comes from the human mind. Not always as a bad, it's a lot of the time we're distracted and delusional, but a lot of people, we need to be true, and we need to be all of us, but it's like it's from the human experience as well. So we see this stuff, we believe it to be real, and so we talk about these things that we experience. But what should we experience? The word should and shouldn't could be seen from a human perspective, which can be often misguided, misled thought, you know, confusion in the self. But the truth is, When I say should or shouldn't, see? I like this bridge, if it doesn't fall down. Up the bridge again. I'm saying like really well. I have a joke I do with these young ladies on bikes. I'm not going to jump on a woman's bike and start giving her some surprises. Yeah, married man. I'm talking about I'm a married man, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you know, they look at me and I give them a joke back sort of thing. I'm going to walk down here, so I'm going to say to you, right, yeah, so there shouldn't be these distractions from various things in our life, certain things that are just man-made ideas, confusion, like stress, negativity. If we're going to think about the good and the bad position in relation to where we are in a situation, it should come from our position in the real world, in nature. You know what I mean? If you're standing by a volcanic lava, fountain, it's about to sprout from the ground, lava from the earthquake, from the volcanoes. You need to think about your position when you're standing, or a wild animal in the forest that's about to bite you. But if you're like in a society like this made by people, we shouldn't be at each other's throats all the time. We shouldn't be always trying to fear each other and constantly attack each other and keep certain people down, you know, and be living in a constant struggle like that. It should be like, you know, hold on. It should be, it should be, we are in a more safe environment. If we're not building a safe and harmonious environment that preserves all the lives of all people and protects us all, then what is the point? What's the point in living? What's the point in making it? I'm saying, yeah. What is the point in making it if it's not benefiting us, or at least benefiting us more than not? So it started out that mankind, all around the world, I'll say, in different places and areas, but it's like people around the world were like trying to survive against the natural. I'm saying back in the caveman day, they've been trying to work civilization in such a way that they can protect, you know, themselves from the natural dangers of the world, like animals, the weather, the environment, you know. And then it went beyond that. They made the tools they need to make their lives easier. They made the things they need to make a more comfortable environment. And then they started fighting amongst each other because of greed and fear. What's that all about? Should be enough to go around. Now, I don't know if there's any mushrooms in them pipes, is what she said, you know. We got the pipes up there, you know what I'm saying? Got the pipes up there, you know what I'm saying? Pipes up high and the pipes up low. Pipes going in the yards, the lights explode. So, you know, that big pot thing there looks like that thing what the guy, the baddie in Roger Rabbit fell into it. The first film I ever saw in the cinema was Roger Rabbit. Great film, and then the second one was Jurassic Park, the first one. Both with my dad. So I'm walking down this road now. And that's what it is, y'all. It's quite a long walk today, very long walk. More than 2 hours long it seems, isn't it? More than 2 hours long, I'm pretty sure of that. Yeah, we've been out for a long time today. So, in that regard, we're talking easily, we're talking probably, you know, easily, if it was like, God, it was like about 1:15 when I started. So we're talking easily now, 2:15, 3:15, maybe 3:30, coming on 3:45. 3:45/4 we're talking. No? Basically, no? So it's probably nearly that, over more than 2 hours, as I say. More than 2 hours. We're going to go down that way, that's the way we're going. More than 2 hours right? 2.5 hours, roughly, a long walk today, and it's been a long walking tour. I can go straight down here and head up home. I'm near home now, more or less. But I'm going to walk around the block. It's a fairly long little last bit as well of a trot, treky bit. So I'm going to walk down there. Oh my God, I've got to be really careful here. So I want to cross over there, see? Yeah. The power, use of power is waste of power. That's what we learn in the martial arts. That's what my teacher said. That's what we learn in the Kung Fu training. That's what Tai Chi is about, see? You use your energy, you waste your energy. You show your power, you show weakness. If something's good, why do you need to advertise it? See? And that's what it is. So if there's always sound, you can hear nothing. So if it's silent, you hear everything. Nothing brings everything. This is the Tao, so you know what I'm saying? When it's dark, it's when you see the light shows you everything. The big, the small, the fast, the slow, all that. It's what I'm talking about, the Tao Te Ching. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're trying to control everything, that means you don't have control of anything. You can't control yourself, or you're afraid, even in your mind, that the world's controlling you. You don't have control over yourself. So that's what we talk about. That's what a lot of people don't understand when they think about this kind of stuff. When they think about the idea, the concept of Kung Fu and martial arts, they don't understand. When we say, oh, it's alive, Kung Fu is alive, they don't understand what it means. They think you do a bit of exercise and you learn a few punches and kicks. I see it all as one. It's all as one. The everything and the nothing, it's all as one. You see? The Kung Fu, the Kung Fu. So the Kung Fu and the Kung Fu. Yeah. The Tao, okay, the nature. And then the human life, every way, all the nature, and all the nothing too. It's all one. What is done, and what is not, and what is not being done. You see, this guy really good. This man did a lot of it. I'm really happy to see people doing exercises like that. This man, very strong man, well done. Burning sweat in the sun, well done to that man. If you know it, you can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? If you know it, you can talk about it. Sometimes when we're talking, what we really need, when we're answering, what we really need is the question. I need to cross this damn fucking road. Let me cross this road. Laughing is the absence of crying, see? And the opposite is true of that, you know? So it's like, what it basically really is like when you're stressed out, when you're upset, when you're angry, when you're sad, when you're tired, when you're sick, when you think you're failing, when you know, poor, whatever. What it really is the absence, it's the open door, it's the side opposite. It's just so close, the line between the yin and the yang, the side right in the middle there. You've got this and that, it's just so close, it's right there touching it. You did it, as long as you're alive, is what I'm saying. It's like if you've got everything and nothing, you don't have nothing. If you have the Tao, you can't say you have nothing. Because sometimes nothing is everything and everything is nothing, as we said before. So what it basically is it's the opportunity. If you feel sad, you don't want to die, you don't want to kill yourself. I'm saying, you know, if you're crying now, anyway, why is that? You feel your life so bad, it's because you know in your mind what you really want. You say, no, I don't know what I want, I don't know where I want to be. Where it is you don't want to be, you feel bad. You feel something's wrong, right? Your mind understands it. You're not happy laughing and you're dying in pain. It means that you know, good. If you hurt your body, if I cut my arm gets hurt, or I break my leg, or if I hurt my leg, or if I get sick, the body knows the health. Your body tries to get heal and get better, right? Again, that's what I'm saying. So your life, in life, there's only life. In what is, there's only what is, not what can never be. If you only have the truth. So the Tao, so it's not me talking, not my words, it's not allowed of words, it's just the truth, it's not English or Chinese. The truth is the truth. If it's not true, right, it's nothing. That's it basically. It's absolutely nothing. You don't need to understand. This will give you life, and the beautiful world we live in, nature. That's your power. That's your power. I was telling that guy walking down the road there. So you don't need to feel bad when you feel bad. Feeling bad is reminding you what bad is, recognition. Feeling imbalanced is teaching you something's wrong. Oh, I need to balance. You know what I'm saying? It's teaching you. That's what you need to know. You're not walking down the road like that digging just for no reason digging. No, I'm just saying that it's not. You're not just digging a hole for the sake of it. You're not cooking that food for nothing. So it's happening. What's giving you life here, whether you believe it's, you know, whether it's what you believe energy, what you think is God giving you the energy, or whether you think it's just nature, whatever it is. The truth, Mother Nature, whatever, it's the same thing. Whatever I'm saying, it's all the same thing. When I said the Tao, it's the same thing. The Tao, okay? So the nature, that was true, the power that's given you this ability to stand here and breathe the air, the sunlight, all this stuff that's allowing you to be, is giving you power, a new chance, a new day. When you sleep, see, it's recharging your body for the new day. The same as exercise. Don't do too much or too less. Resting or exercise. See? Everything or nothing. So. And everything and nothing talks through you, so you don't need to talk about it, you see, to let the fake you not exist and the real you always exist. You know, don't waste your days. So what it does is it gives you a power, stance, position, standpoint, foundation to actually be. It's like a new sharpened pencil every day and a brand new piece of paper or pad of, you know, for taking notes down or drawing, painting, you know, and that you wake up and see that musical instrument always there. You could create new melodies that could touch the emotions of people in ways that they don't know, they just feel good. And it wasn't even related to certain things. It might bring back memories or nostalgic feelings, like when we see a photo and when we see a movie, and it makes you feel emotional because you're nostalgic about certain things in your past you remember. But it's not really connected, it's like it's what you are. How much of it is an outside vision? And what is an outside vision? And how much of it is what you are? I believe even without the experiences that we go through in life, and we kind of think shape us, although we shape ourselves in reflection, still come from a base, a human base, a foundation, natural base that came from the Tao itself, of the universe. And we're here on this earth, the same way rabbits live in the forests, and the flowers grow, and certain kind of plants beside the rivers that flow, and the birds whistle, and the different ones are different colours, right? All that stuff, yeah? But I'm saying that when you understand the Tao, you understand yin and yang, you understand how to flow in nature. And so what happens is you realise, without any plan or method per se, it just comes about, of no way as the way. All way, right? So what we talk about. So when we talk, when you understand the Tao of yin and yang, it's not just in your mind, it's in the path you're walking every day, in nature. And that's what Lao was talking about. The nature of how you live out in your life. Beautiful life. Not in the story. There can be no story. There can be no new story if you keep telling the old story. You see? You see what I'm saying? So, but there can be no new story sometimes if you keep telling the old story. You see what I'm saying? But many stories come. It's the fact that there is this story, that there are many stories also. You see that? And the fact that there are many stories means that there is this story. You see what I'm saying? And if you keep telling all the stories, every moment's a new story. You may never fully understand one story. Sometimes the great experiences that ever came from a library or a bookshop didn't come from the full range of books, millions of books that they've got, you know. It just came from one story. It didn't even come from the location. It didn't even come from that book, but rather the person and how they're reading it and how they feel and how they connect to things, reality, and how good their hearing is. Not what they see, not what they hear, but how they are doing those things. How good are your joints in your body? And how good are the arteries for the blood to flow? Maybe not the, you know. So how good is the blood? How good is the food for your body? How good is your body for the food? You see? It's not how much time you have, but what you do with the time. Even though time always likes to cut us short and sometimes somehow control and restrict the way we do things and the choices we make. Meaning the way we exercise our body and mind, the way we train Kung Fu, just the way of life. You see what I'm saying? That's what the problem is. And we separate things, trying to work things out, and it's too late. We're trying to plan for things, which is the right thing to do, but every new experience is new and you can't always be ready. You have to learn from your mistakes and you have to learn from the experience. First it has to happen, then you learn from it. How can you plan for a book to understand for everything in the book that has not been read yet? You know? How can you plan for an exam for the exact questions if those questions aren't there? But what you can do, you've not read them yet, but what you do is you learn from the land and how everything else flows together with everything. Because if everything else falls to the wayside, falls apart and doesn't exist, you know, then in that result, in that case, then what would happen is in that situation, in that experience, would be basically you would see with your eyes and with your ears, you hear when you're walking down the road, you'd see that if things are falling, but basically it's like this: not only things falling apart, like trees falling down because the ground's not stable, which would not happen in a natural place, you know, in the way the land is around the banks of the river. So I'm just saying, when you can see the Tao, you can see what Laozi is saying about the yin and the yang, you can see it in everything, in two sides of this path we're walking on. That's what I'm saying. You can see how everything's flowing with everything. The water there and the ground and the trees up high, you can see it. It's like Taiji in everything. I'm sorry to bringing that up again because there's some people looking at me. Give them a speech. It's true. Fish would not be alive swimming in the water if that water was dirty, so bad and contaminated. Certain temperatures bring certain kinds of tropical plants. So what brings the things that be, are able to be. See? The mountain, the way it's like tilted, the way, you know, the ground is like, what's the word? Not flat ground, right? And it's like slippery, so it's training the muscles in your body to stiffen up or be relaxed in certain areas to balance as you go up the mountain or ski down it. So when you do this, when you see the way things are in the world around you, you'll see another thing too. You'll see an absence of things. Things fall apart so much and they're destroyed so much they don't even exist and they don't come back. And they don't even come into your vision and mindset. So a lot of negative thoughts come into our mindset from things that don't even exist. But what is here is here. And sadly, we can still see the crumbling of things all around us. We can still see the crumbling, like the falling apart, the failure of things in an unnatural society, civilization. It should be more civil. I think it should be more civil, but you know, where people are not following the true ways of reality and what's good for the human being and the natural world and human life and existence, you know. They're just following the manufactured habit ways of the society, like a machine of this whole thing, you know. Having a long walk today. I'm thinking my feet are going to be in a lot of pain maybe tomorrow. I'm hoping they will not be, because I put these shoes on. They're new shoes, but it's like they've got a certain kind of a shape about them inside the soles. It's not how you walk, it's the shoes. It's not the road you walk, it's the shoes you wear. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's not the clothes you wear, it's who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's not where you walk, it's how you walk, it's what you do. It's not where you are, it's what you do, you know. It's not what you do, it's who you are. And it's not who you are, it's what you are. And what you are is not what you are not, you know. That's what you have to understand. We are never anything outside of existence and reality. Okay? The only thing that we are, the only thing that we will always be, is that, the Tao, yin and yang. part of that, not even separate from that, part of it. We are, it's keeping us standing and breathing. So we've done really well today. When we come out of this road, we're going to turn left and walk down, cross, go a bit further down, then go in the gate, and we'll be ready to go home. Bit of a kind of longer way to go around it, but it's that first of the 2 toilets we came across. Seen a bunch of toilets today. Amazing, huh? We went into that the third, fourth one, didn't we? Some people jogging and walking along here, running and jogging. You know, you have to understand. You must remember. Oh my God. As I say, as a man, you know, but you must understand that it's not something you do when you need to. You cannot be prepared if you don't prepare for it, see? That's what I was going to say also. But every past experience that you've learned from also is not a lesson to be absolutely learned to remember for the next time you have an experience like that. Because every experience is different every time, you know? Always different. So it's never going to be totally the same. We develop ourselves to be more ready in the always limited yet powerful human form, in the unlimited, which is the thing that we want to be, basically in the flow, always in the flow of what we are. We want to, it means we don't have it, see? If we try to achieve something, we try to be something, or we want something, that means we don't have it and we are not it. You see? So I'm just saying, like I said before, if you want to be rich, if you want something, it means you don't have it, right? But it means you have it because it's in your heart. You've got to know it to think it. You think to know it, see? You've got the value and the quality of something, and not because of the thing, but the quality of your heart. The people you're around, you value them because of the kind of person you are and the value you have inside of you and what you benefit from, the kind of visions and thoughts, see? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So what I'm saying is, if you want to be rich, it means you're poor. If you want to be strong, it means you're weak. If you want to be a winner, it means you're failing now. You know. If you want to be healthy, it means you're sick. So if you want more, it means you have less. You see what I'm saying? And it means you are less. You want to control, it means you have no control. You want to be happy, it means just so all the things you want is you're on the other side of this yin and yang. You know what I'm saying? So the point I'm trying to say is, again, that same thing is attempts. So you're trying things that are not natural, not part of your true being. You're trying to love someone, trying to like someone, trying to hate someone, trying to believe, try to understand. All this try to understand, try to forgive, try to all this stuff, be confident, believe, all this stuff, any kind of trying. It's all coming from a place of like, it's a challenge, it's hard. It's going against the nature of what the fact really is, the truth really is, which is you don't really understand something or have the confidence or the love or the forgiveness or whatever in you. So it has to be in you. You have to understand truth. It's not even about confidence, even though confidence and fear can affect your overall application of what you're doing and actions and what you're doing, how you're doing it. But truly, it's not how that is. You put the key in the door, turn the handle. That's how you open the door or lock the door. That's how it's done. It's not your emotion. But we are human and we are emotional. I'm not saying don't be emotional. I'm not saying don't have any care at all. But don't be distracted. Too mechanical or too emotional. You see what I'm saying? You know? Too emotional, you're more like, I'm not saying be cyborgs or AI machines. I'll say if you're too emotional, you become less efficient than a mechanical machine doing the thing perfectly every time. But if you're too mechanical like a machine and you don't have any emotion, there's no human essence left in you, and a care and understanding of what nature is and the true life is, how you're living it, you know. So the point is, ultimately, you have to understand why you're doing things. The fear and confidence and fear, bravery, all that stuff can be ego or fear, bravery. It can all kind of distract you sometimes. What you want is calmness, true power in the stance of where there is no fear. It's the absence. It's not because you are trying to be confident or you're brave, no, or you're trying to be calm down and all this. No, if you don't have that fear in you already, if you don't have those ideas, those thoughts in your mind, you're already calm. So if you, like I said, if you're trying to win, you see what I'm saying? It means you're failure, right? You're trying to be healthy. You want to be healthy. It means you're sick. You want to be rich. It means you're poor. You want to be all that thing. It's always far, far away from you. Somewhere in the future. I want to be there and successful. It means you're not successful. Okay? So when you're trying to do it, it means you don't have it. It's hard. It's always far away from you, like a wall just right in front of your face. The truth is, it's not like that. Life and death is very simple. You're alive today, so you have power. You know what I'm saying? You're healthy. People in hospital, if people are sick in hospital right now, they're not dead, so they have power in them. The mind can distract them, and they're following other people's ignorance, other people's stories. So they don't know what they're doing living on the earth. They don't even know what the meaning is of their life. They're trying to find it. They're trying to find some kind of direction or something, but that's not what it is. The essence of true being, the power of living life itself, is what it is. You're alive right now. And yourself, you've got to understand you're alive. And let it speak for itself. If you're trying to do things, it's unnatural. You should be naturally calm. You have a natural feeling of care or forgiveness or love or interest or understanding. It is. Even if it's not even right or partially, a bit mixed up, but it's still not the ultimate thing. Ultimate is the ongoing. Ultimate is the open door. You know. Okay. They said the more you know, the less you know. When the wise man knows that everything he knows, he knows nothing. Yeah. And it's always a power platform to stand on when you have a space with no wall or no locked door or brick wall in front of your face to continue on in the journey. So it's learning. It's not just in someone's mouth. You know what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So the point is, nature's the way. You know what I'm saying? If you don't follow nature, you follow death. And that's what Lao Tzu's talking about. It's not Lao Tzu's words, it's not 2023, 3004, no. This is what real truth. If it's not real, it's nothing. So you need to balance the yin and the yang and understand your mind, one body, keep it healthy. It's not money, that is, you respect yourself, you respect all life. And there's a power in you like a tree standing strong in the storm. And that's what it is. Happiness, you shouldn't be trying to be happy. It just comes from what you know already. You go to what you know. The river flows to the ocean. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know, it should be natural in you. The ways of goodness for you should be the same way as your lungs know to breathe. It's just always breathing. I'm not taking drugs or constantly harming yourself, becoming a slave, a follower of other people. So I'm approaching my home now. I'm going to stop this one here, yeah? I'm going to stop this video. We've had a very long walk today. Yeah, very long video. Long talk about the Tao and nature. I met you on the way back here. You know what I mean? A long talk, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, right now, just heading home. You know? I'm going to stop this one and say I hope you enjoyed the long walk. We've got some good scenery, some deep, meaningful talk. As I said, I didn't mean to bombard you, I didn't mean to berate or anything. I'm just sharing that good message, you know. And the people listening on the road, they might hear a few things I'm saying, whether they get it in my language or not, you know. Yeah. I'll stick my clothes in the washing machine and jump in the shower, or another shower. Peace. Exercise your body and mind. Been work today. It's been quite a bit of work having that exercise, but it's been good though. Peace. Take care. It's getting always cooler in the building. I'm gonna go home, have a good rest, have a good, go up the staircase because the lift's someone's using it. I'm gonna go and have some nice rest and do some art and animation, which is different kind of work. Do a good night's sleep tonight and then get ready for tomorrow. It's crazy, really. I've been on a very long walk, but it was good. I enjoyed the exercise. I went to the mountains and back. So much more to explore. If we don't stop sometimes and rest a bit, we may not experience so much. Some we do so much and so less, you know. So less can still be so much more too sometimes. Peace. Thank you for watching this.